to the castle, everybody come inside, where each soul is important and stands with pride. No opinion's better than the next, we respect them all feelings are valid, let them echo off every wall. In the home of good vibes, we embrace and we heal, sharing truth and compassion with a soulful appeal. I'm your vibes queen, guiding light through the night, building trust in our kingdom as our hearts unite. I brew all the tea warm and sweet with intention, got receipts to back it up, every claim gets attention. They call me the receipt queen, evidence on my throne. When drama gets crazy, I make sure the truth is known. Y'all like, can you believe what we've heard? I keep it real and calm, delivering truth in each word. If rumors are swirling, I say, okay, let's see, and present all the facts so y'all can feel free. For my members only, I share that exclusive tea. Platinum, you love it over here, living life carefree. We keep it real and loyal, trust growing each day. Inside these castle walls, love flows in every way. Every castle resident's voice is heard loud and clear. We vibe together in harmony, year after year. Our story grows stronger with each conversation. So join the family now, be part of creation. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle, where everyone is welcome. All be hip-hop track. Welcome to the castle, everybody step inside. Vibes queen on the throne, come along for the ride. No opinion's better than the next, that's the deal. All feelings are valid, every vibe here is real. Castle residents, stand up, we keep it moving strong. In this kingdom of vibes, you know that you belong. Respect in the castle, that's how we do it each day. So settle in and vibe out, VQ's leading the way. I'm the receipt queen, I keep receipts on file, spilling all the tea in the castle with style. When the drama pops off, y'all like it's hot, I stay cool with the facts, giving proof on the spot. You got my story, okay, I'll prove it real quick, dropping all the receipts, now the truth really sticks. I'm serving up truth while they just chasing clout. In the castle we keep it real, no room for any doubt. For my members only, I spill extra tea on the side. Platinum, you love it over here, it's a VIP ride. Behind these castle doors, I serve truth extra strong. Exclusive vibes for my people, be vibing all night long. If you want the inside scoop, then you know what to do. Hit that join button fast and come through with the crew. Castle crew so loyal, shining bright like a crown. We built this family together, ain't no tearing it down. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle, where everyone is welcome.
Hey guys, welcome to the castle. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. I'm your host, Vibes Queen, and I always have the latest tea and receipts to go with it. Okay, y'all? Listen, y'all are up in here before the intro even got done. Hey y'all, hey everybody. So listen, y'all, you know I'm nosy, right? So of course I came online just now. I searched Kiki Prime, no channel. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? I see everybody else that have a Kiki Prime title coming up. And I'm like, wait a minute. But you know, Kiki is known for hiding her channel, right? This time it's not hidden. It's actually deleted. And I'm going to show you how I know for sure that it's deleted, okay? So wait for it. Y'all ready? Be sure to hit the like button for your girl. If you are on mobile, double tap your screen. If you are on desktop, just hit the like button, okay? And I'm going to show you. You know I searched too. Girl, you just as nosy as me. Charmaine. So I'm like, I got to come live. You don't see it either? Yeah, but if it's hidden, you won't see it either. I just looked a few minutes ago. I wanted to see the video she did this morning, and it's gone. Hey, Kenyatta. Hey, Lee Pepper. Her main channel is gone forever. Let me show you how I know, okay? Bam. Bam. And I'm going to explain what this means. You remember that video that she got P-bombed in the other night? I had the link to that video. So I just clicked the link because then it would have said channel hidden. The video is private. The video was actually private. So if I hit the link right now, the video would still say it's private, right? It's not saying it's private anymore. It's actually saying what's on the screen. The video is no longer available because the uploader has closed their YouTube account. I was hoping, you know, somebody got through to this girl and let her know she really need help. On a serious note, y'all, she need help off YouTube, not these fake friends on here that's hopping on a panel talking about they trying to help somebody. Okay, no, she need help in real life. Yeah, you said, wow, I thought she hit it. No, it's gone. And I'm even going to kick it up a notch. Here is the link. Here is the link for the video that she got P-bombed. Right here. Mm-hmm. There it is. Hey, Ellie. Hey, everybody coming up in here. There's a link right there in the chat. You could go hit the link and you'll see it for yourself. I ain't got no reason to lie. Okay, y'all know we come with receipts over here. Hey, Brown Eye. Hey, Gemini. Yes, y'all. Who up in here is happy? Is it bittersweet for you? But let me tell you, so that let me go and that for pushed me to go and see, did she delete all her accounts, right? No, she didn't. She didn't delete. Remember the one the other day, forgiving? Forgiving, you remember that one? What was it called? The Kiki, no, the social something, that one? The one that she was doing the lives on bashing Octavius before she took the drama to the main channel. Yeah, that one is still up. The videos that she was actually bashing him was still up. Mm-hmm. Hey, B Spice. Hey, Malika. She apologized before she left. Well, that's what I'm hearing. That she made 2 lives this morning and apologized. I missed it. But you know what? Like, I'm gonna be serious, guys. For real, for real. When her daughter had to start telling her don't do this and don't do that, that stuff hit a whole nother level. Okay. Yeah, she really need to go seek some help. Isn't she Samantha Graziana? Well, she was before I met her. That's what everybody said her name was. Mm-hmm. Back in beef sector. So yeah, I wasn't finna post nothing on no community tab. I said I'm gonna come live and I'm gonna tell y'all in real time. Hey Mel. So yeah, I guess the question is, are you gonna? Well, she still have another channel, so are you gonna miss her on her main channel, or are you happy? Let me know what you're thinking. What's your reaction to the whole thing that I'm saying? Who's up in here genuinely hope that she go and seek help and get off YouTube? You say I can't find her backup channel for nothing. Girl, I don't even remember the whole name now, but I think it was Club Kiki, Club Social, or something like that. It's a weird thing to it. You say seek help. Can y'all just say seek help? Uh-huh. Hey, it's me, Jazzy. Kenyatta the only one say she hopes she go seek help. You would have thought she would have stayed off then. Right. She was the town drunk, so it was kind of entertaining. It's actually embarrassing. I know on one end you're like, oh yeah, it's entertainment. But you don't. At the end of the day, I've always cared about her daughter, for real, genuinely, always cared about her daughter, and I just imagine what the daughter is going through at the end of the day, for real, okay? And I'm like, damn, now the girl got to be on here saying, "Mom, stop," and this and that. It's too much. You need to get off here. Forgive and say, "Child, bye, see you later." But Kiki love attention, right? So I wouldn't even be surprised if she pop up on the backup channel and start going live over there. So I don't know. And then I'm like, you know what? I just got to be messy a little bit because I'm like, after last night when Dory was saying how Rolex, that's her baby daddy, might be coming on here to talk to Octavius on his show or whatnot, might, okay? Maybe she heard all of that and like, oh shit, not the baby daddy coming on here. Let me get the hell off YouTube and maybe that will stop him. I'm not saying he's coming for sure. Okay? That's allegedly. But it's something why she did that. And that like 8,000 subscribers, like girl, Very embarrassing. Yeah, at this point, she is too old to be acting like this. For real, for real. Yes, yeah, she's embarrassing her daughter. Hmm. Exactly. That's why I'm not paying her no attention. Yeah, she might be back. You say I like train wrecks, but yeah, go get help. You know, and at the end of the day, she probably could have, to be realistic, she probably could have still had her relationship for real, if she just stopped the drinking, be a better person. I'm quite sure if she kept pushing him, he probably would eventually got a job, and it probably would have worked out. But she do too much, all this drinking and then acting crazy, and then want to come back and act like nothing ever happened. Enough is enough. And then you coming out here doing all of that with Marcus yesterday. I don't think I've ever seen that girl so giggly and act so happy. I've never seen her act like that with her own man, like she acted yesterday. That shit is wild, okay? You say it's Club Kiki Social. Okay. Thank you, Golden. She had diarrhea of the mouth. So there go Golden put her other channel in there. She had diarrhea of the mouth. She's certified mental. It's not just the booze. I don't know what she got going on. All I know is she needs help, seriously and ASAP. Okay, hey MGO, you're gonna have to. Okay. Oh, you still not feeling well? I hope you feel better ASAP. I don't know what's going on with you, but that don't sound good, MGO. Get better soon, hun. But yeah, so y'all seen it. What y'all gotta say, guys? And if you're just coming up in here, I'm gonna drop the link again. I don't have my other device to pin it. That is the link to Kiki Prime main channel, and you will see it's gone if you try to search for it. But here's the video proving, not video, but here's a screenshot proving that her channel is gone, and she's the one that closed it. Okay, that's why I'm like, it don't even pay to be nasty sometimes. Like, I could have flagged her. I could have flagged her for real, when she had the P bomb up, and it was up for hours. I could have been like, oh, let's all go flag her and do some petty stuff. But, I'm like, if she's supposed to be here, she's going to be here. If she's not supposed to be here, she's not going to be here. I just let it all play out. So it is what it is. You said put her in the white room and lock the door. Listen, for her own mental well-being. And, I'm wondering, like, damn, is she sick today? Because remember, Octavia said, if she keep drinking and doing all of that stuff, he laid out all the health issues last night that she's facing. All right. And it's not nothing to play with. All right, guys, they're serious. And he said pretty much she keep drinking, she's not gonna be here. So she need to go take care of herself. Ain't nothing on YouTube more important than your health. Did I ever think I would see this day? Nope. It is what it is though. So let's see what he's gonna say or how he feel or whatever when he do go live. You know what somebody was telling me today? That it seemed from what she was saying this morning that they might have had a conversation. I can't prove it because I missed it. I just heard that she did 2 lives. I missed them. I wasn't on here. So did she say something in the lives this morning, guys, for anybody that saw them? Like she was insinuating like her and Octavius had a conversation? Or the person that told me that was just reaching? I can't verify because I didn't hear it for myself, okay? So let me know. He said, Mel, the lady down bad. And then I'm looking like, damn, did somebody from her job see this? Did somebody send the video to her job? It could be so much stuff going on. You say I can't click that link? Plat, I don't know why. Can anybody else in the chat click the link, guys? Every time I drop the link, you're never able to click it. But I think the last time somebody was saying that, oh, you might have to click it in Safari or like another browser or something. So I don't know. You say, yes, she seemed to be sober in her right state of mind. Maybe because it's time to go back to work. She did make an announcement, but I didn't take her serious. Oh, her little black dress. Also, she was on camera this morning in a black dress. It doesn't click. Oh, I can't either. Oh, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I could always put it under the video, but no, that was the link to the video that she got pee bombed. I don't know. But you know what? Let me go ahead and go take it out of the chat because I don't need nobody trying to flag my stuff. Okay, let me take it. Delete comment, and I know I had it another time somewhere up here. I'll find it later. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna open up the panel, see if anybody got anything to say. We really don't even have to be here long. If you want to come up here and celebrate, laugh, cry, do whatever, come up here. Let me know how you feel. I saw somebody. Hey, Dessous. How you doing? Come up here and let me know. You said she made an announcement last week that she was removing her page. Oh, you know what? I should have had that up here. I didn't edit it. Yeah, but she did have a letter. It was a goodbye letter, but she put up the goodbye letter on her community tab and in her about section. But then right after the letter, she immediately started acting a fool, being drunk. So make that make sense. Oh, I don't know. But I'm not even trying to drag out this live. That's all I wanted y'all. I wanted y'all to hear it from me first, okay? Hear it point blank. Any news that's going on, I'd like for y'all to hear it from me first. Hey, Joy. So I actually stopped whatever I was doing, but I can't be here long because I got to get my kids situated for bed. Mm-hmm. So everybody hanging out in the bushes. Nobody have anything to say. Well, I don't think I have anything else to say either. You said, and a while before that, Gordon, she said it more than once. Oh, she's always talking about leaving YouTube. Mm-hmm. He said she'll be back. She loves the attention too much. Yeah. Because I feel like if she was really, really serious, she would have deleted both of her channels. She would have deleted both of them. Now, is she gonna go delete it now that I said that? I don't know. You said she still has the video up when she called him pedo. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how sincere her apology is. That's a hell of an allegation to put on somebody. Okay. Thank you, Golden. And that's what's wrong with Kiki. That's one thing I don't like about Kiki, and that's what makes her a narcissist in my eyes. Okay. She could come on here and she could say the craziest stuff about people. Octo is a pedo. Do anybody even believe that foolishness? I'm gonna be completely honest. No, I don't. Did he sit there and want you to role play and do all of this? Maybe. I don't know. The point is he just going out doing crazy stuff, searching out kids? I don't believe that, okay? So I think she was exaggerating with that. Hey, she might be. I don't know. The point is, I'm not even gonna sit up there and start talking about, oh, somebody say you what, whatever, whatever. I don't have any proof. What else I was gonna say about her? Then she's always saying stuff and she don't say allegedly. Like when she say, I do this and XYZ to my husband. Did she have proof for any of that stuff that she said? No, she didn't. When she was on the internet telling people, oh, my kids was talking about ghosts and all of this stuff, all that stuff was slandering, is the point I'm making. She even kicked it up a notch and she came on here and told the whole YouTube that my daughter failed school and my daughter is repeating the same grade and all of that stuff. All the stuff that I'm mentioning is stuff that I could have sued her for. But then the one time you play on her name and you say something about her, oh, I'm taking you to court. Oh, you slandering my name. She loved running to the court. The point is, can't nobody do that stuff to her, but she loved to do it to other people. And that's bullshit, okay? That's bullshit. You say, I agree with you, VQ. She definitely gives narcissistic vibes. Yeah, yeah. And you said, why does Bendover always have something to say like him and Sunbum don't drag each other as well? He's funny and weird. I don't know. But I know from his commentary that he was giving, it seemed to me a little bit like it was coming off as defending her a little bit. Now, to be fair, I did hear him say, and this is not even about him. I'm just talking about it because you brought it up, Caution. I did hear him say something about he didn't believe Otto was a pedo either or whatever, you know? So I don't think nobody buying that foolishness. He said she'll say anything to make, yeah, you can't be putting them jackets on people. But the point I'm trying to make is if I came out here and said her daughter didn't fit pass school, her daughter heard some ninja in the house beating her down and was saying stuff about that dude, she would have been so upset if it was flipped the other way around. Just a simple fact that I'm talking about some dude was beating the brakes off of her and the daughter heard it and whatever, she would have been like, oh no, you talking about, you get it? You can't do no crap like that. Hey, Clarissa. Yeah, you can't play with her name like that, but she think that she could play with other people's name like that is the point I'm trying to make. You said, unfortunately, she's addicted to the drama. Yeah, and then I'm hearing that this morning in the same two lives that I said I didn't catch, something about allegedly she had words for Granny or whatever, the Granny that be giving commentary. So I don't even know what all she said about her or whatever. We're talking about light skinned older lady, some shit. I don't know, y'all. I kind of wish I had caught it, but I missed it. You say I don't either, but yes, I did think he was defending her a little. That's probably why him and Sunbum are at odds now. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, it did come off just a tiny bit. Like, oh yeah, it's defending just the words and how he was saying it or whatever. You said just like she said Otto don't take care of his son, but in the same breath say he weird and don't have kids. You caught that? I definitely caught that. And I'm like, wait a minute. How you saying this man have a son? He don't take care of the son. But then she said all the all his mom's sons don't have no kids and they just live with their mama and whatever. So I'm like, which one is it? Do he have a son or he don't have a son? You said there's a difference between being a pedo and wanting a woman to role play as a little girl. A pedo has to actually act out that specific crime and not just fantasize about it. Yeah, you're right. But it was interesting to see, it was interesting to see that he had that same jacket put on him that he be trying to put on other people. But luckily his seemed like it's not sticking yet. You say she needs to apologize to you. The other day when she was on my panel, she said something about, oh, my bad, whatever. And then she went as far as say, oh, she was the one that, I don't know if you caught that live or not. She was like, oh, I know I was wrong with the whole ice thing, and I'm the one that pushed other people like who? Other people that was playing on the people's phone was Sunbum and Kenisha. She was on my panel and she said, yeah, I was wrong for that and whatever. The damn girl know ain't nobody illegal, and the simple fact that you was playing on my YouTube named up. Cause she had the whole post up talking about it's a content creator named Vibes Queen, whatever, playing around. You know what I'm saying? Don't play on my YouTube name. That shit wasn't funny. And she said that it was a joke. hmm She said, okay, VQ, it was a joke. Like you a joke? Playing with ice? Like, girl. You said Granny is full of it because she refuses to cover that Sunny and Bendy do the same nonsense. Ain't that the truth? I think she's even Sunbum's mom. I think she is her mom. And I don't see where she be calling her out on her ish that she be doing. Did Granny give commentary when she was over there cussing out her kids? I don't follow Granny, so I don't know. Okay? I can't say she did or she didn't. I don't watch her. I'm not even subscribed. You said she did say she exaggerated some things. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But Brown Eye definitely gave you a shout out last night. A lot of stuff I was giving commentary on. I'm like, yeah, Brown Eye did say that. Brown Eye did say that. You said October was really dating a married woman, fake sinners. The whole time she was out here on this good old internet talking about VQ did what to her husband. VQ did what the whole time she was married. Oh, VQ brought a man into her married bed, into her husband bed. Girl, every time you were laying down with Octo, you was a married woman laying up with somebody. Okay? So make it make sense. You said her ex-man kicked me out of his chat the other night. Y'all all getting kicked out. Y'all be acting up too much. Gemini, I know that's your girl. What are your thoughts? Are you happy? I don't expect you to bash her because I know that you're a Kiki supporter. But are you happy that she's gone? Are you hoping she get help? How do you feel? I'm obsessed with this trial. I'm not even watching the trial. Like, guys, I gotta protect my energy. I can't. It's too much stuff be floating around the internet that's like triggering. And even if it's not triggering, it's just too much. Like when I come on YouTube, I come on YouTube to have fun. I don't come on YouTube to just hear depressing stuff all the time. You know? I don't want to sit there hearing no depressing crap about who was violated and who was this and that shit killed my mood. You said I caught that too, although she did initially say he had a son. She also insinuated the son was a possibility. Yeah, something wrong with that damn girl. Something wrong with her. You said Octo. Brown Eye, do you want to come up here? Because I know you sure had a lot of questions for me the other day. You said, nope, she didn't give commentary about her cussing out her kids. Be fair. Oh, wow. Really? Oh, really? Hey, Miss Open. How you doing? Hey, Castle Family. I know you're supposed to be going live tonight. I'm not even going to be here forever. I just hopped on real quick. But it's good to see you. You said she said light skinned granny keep her name out her title. And I think if I remember correctly, Granny was her mod. She was. And did anybody go check on Psychology Eats yet to see if she said anything? Is she still breathing over there? After she saw Kiki talking to Marcus, is she okay? Did anybody go check? I didn't. I want to know how she feel now after she see them together. He said, nope, she didn't give commentary about her cussing out her kids either. Okay, I read that one. Oh gosh, Farron Granny is a solid. Why do they always bring up? You said, why do they always bring you up, VQ? That's their drama. I don't know, child. My name stay in stuff. I'm talking about even when I don't mention people, they be on here talking about me. Last night it was a whole live talking about me, but I'm like, child, you know what? Kenyatta, let them keep talking. Because I noticed that since they stopped hollering and screaming my name, my views went down. So I need the haters to keep hollering and screaming my name. Let them run the numbers back up, okay? You say, I wish Granny would close her legs. Which Joy, stop it. I think the last time I've been on her channel was when somebody told me, that was months ago. Somebody was telling me, "Oh, girl, go over there," because she was doing live streams and she had her legs open, half dressed, all of this stuff, and it was a whole bunch of dudes in her chat or whatever. I don't know the lady. I can't even talk bad about her. I don't know her. I don't watch her. I don't know her from anywhere. I just know she was a Kiki supporter. That's all I know about her. You say, yeah, she is her mod. No, she stopped giving commentary on Sunday. Crazy. Crazy. Joyce said, I speak facts. I see. Yeah. Thank you, Plaid. Thank you. But I don't even know what else to say. Hey, Copper. What's up, girl? I'm gonna put it back up. They're telling me that the link is not I can't click the link for nothing. I can't. They're telling me in the chat that they can't click the link. I might need to send it to somebody and see if y'all post it, would it show up? Who's up in here that I can send the link to and see if you drop it in the chat, would it show up? Because I want them to be able to see it. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, guys. Don't leave. Not even 1 minute. Let me try to send the link to probably Miss Open, and I'll be right back. All right?
Step in the castle, ain't no clout needed. VQ got the T and the facts come receipted. Receipts on deck, so don't gas the lie. We break it down slow, don't blink, don't try. No pick-me moves, no internet threat. She checks the story first, then clears the rest. This the castle, where opinions breed. But you better come correct when you speak on V. She cool, but don't get it confused. She got patience, but don't misuse. You came for the vibes, now buckle up tight. The castle got range, truth, sass, and insight. Ooh, childlike, what you thought this was? A clickbait crew or a drama buzz? Nah, boo, we layered, grown and weird. Drop a crown in the chat if you really care. No kids over here in Castle Land, and every single queen got a voice to stand. You don't need permission to tell your truth, but just know we got files, no need for proof. She said it once, that was plenty to know. Platinum is still loving it over here, and yeah, I show. I be chilling in the chat, then I speak with a smile. We don't air no CCs without facts on file. See, feelings valid, that's castle law. No silencing, no petty flaw. You can vent, you can cry, you can call it out. If you fake, we gon' call it without a doubt. We were going back and forth, but we settled the mess. Now we building like queens, clean and blessed. Ain't no clicks, just truth and grown. If you moving with lies, keep that shit at home. Go ahead, hit that notification bell. Like, comment, subscribe, it's free as well. This ain't no surface convo zone. We get deep, we drag, we stand alone. Membership, holding the heat on hush. That castle content hit with a quiet rush. You either in or out, no halfway space, but the doors stay open and you're always safe.
Welcome to the castle, everybody come and chat. There's no fun in the bushes. Ooh, child alike, okay. Yep, I sure do.
Okay, we are back. Let's see if it worked now. Let's see if it worked now. The link that Gemini was dropping. No, the link I'm trying to drop, I need the people to be able to see this. This is the link I was trying to give them. That's what I want them to see, okay? Oh, Lord, look who is here. Hey. I was just shaking my head at you, Marcus.
You say me?
Yeah.
Why are you shaking your head at me?
You something else. That's why
What you
I'm
mean?
shaking my head. Not Kiki.
You say what?
Not Kiki.
Well, I mean, what? I didn't call Kiki. She called me.
Okay, so I have a question, right?
Let me
Was
turn
it
the volume up.
from
Hold on real quick. Let me go in here. I can't hear nothing.
okay.
All right, go ahead.
I have a question. So was y'all really talking from March of wait, let me get my dates right. Hey, Castle residents, help me out. What was the date of the video yesterday when
No,
Marcus was saying,
she
oh,
just called me probably 2 weeks ago.
Okay, because I thought it was back from the time when she was in your DMs, like March or something.
Nah. No, when she called, like most people do, they call from a number I don't recognize, and I picked up. So it was simple as that.
So that means now that she's gone, your Costa Rica trip is messed up.
Listen, listen. Y'all should know that I'm not going on no trip with nobody that I haven't had relations with and stuff like that. Like I would never do that. So I would never go out of town with anybody. So whatever flirting or whatever we were doing, it's just lighthearted stuff.
So how do you feel that her channel is deleted?
Well, I mean, listen, when she called me, and was with all that stuff or whatever, I already kind of knew, hey, I'm not really gonna have to probably deal with this anymore, right? So it actually being gone doesn't really make much of a difference. I mean, if this was this time last year, I'd probably be celebrating and everything else, but you know, it was what it was. Last year happened, and the whole implosion that they had happened. That actually happened on my birthday last year. Um, so for it to all kind of come to this, it was just poetic justice,
Hold
it
on
is
one
what it
second.
is.
I don't want you to feel bomb rush, so I'm telling you who's backstage. I always do. Okay, it's protocol.
Of
Brown
course.
Eye.
Oh nah, listen, I just subscribed to Brown Eyes channel.
Okay.
So
I just always check before I let somebody else up. Okay, it's just routine. Let's see.
yeah, I just subscribed to Brown Eyes channel. So Brown Eyes is harmless and funny to me.
Hey, Brown Eye. I can't verify you. Can you say something, please?
It's Brown Eye.
Well, hey. But let Marcus finish saying what he was saying, okay? And let's see.
I'm
I
pretty
just
much
want to
done. I'm
thank
sitting here
Marcus.
looking at
That's
the
all.
comments right now. So I'm chilling. I mean, did you have any more questions?
I'm like sitting here like, dang. I don't chat. Do y'all have anything to ask Marcus? I just came to tell them that she's gone. You know what, Marcus? I was a little salty with you. I'm not gonna lie, because I felt like when I was going through my dilemma, you did
Mm-hmm.
not run to my rescue right away and be like, "No, VQ, stop, get off the internet, this and that." Like you showed them the same love you're showing them.
What do you mean?
Like how? Okay, so you did eventually hit my link, like months later. But then now when they was going through their stuff, it was like day one,
Well,
day
what
two.
stuff are you talking about that you was going through?
Almost the same thing, like the whole drama on the internet.
You talking about with the dude that you was dating, King of Commentary or whatever?
Yeah.
I was
You
honestly, I wasn't really tapped in with that stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Like it just seemed it all, you know, that dude is really silly to me. So there was no reason for me to like really kind of tap in and see what was going on. Just to be
okay,
honest. So I mean, I probably wasn't even aware of whatever was going on when it was going on.
Brown Eye, I muted you for a second because you were rumbling, okay? Well, all right. I just had to get that off my chest. I felt like
Yeah.
you didn't give me that same love and attention.
Well, now hold on. Now, what love did I give them?
No, I'm just saying how you jumped up there like, oh, this not a good look. Keep it off the internet. Stop, whatever, whatever. You didn't do that with me. You were more like, yeah, I'm finna get a PI. Yeah, you were egging the crowd on.
Hmm. Well, if it was happening before, like we had our reconciliation, then probably wasn't, what I'm saying, gonna be the same energy, right?
But you and Octavius didn't have a reconciliation, did y'all?
Well, me and Octavius was a side person to the main person who was really getting on me, and that was Kiki. Right. So I did the same thing with Octavius last year when they went through their little thing or whatever. And I gave him almost the same exact speech and energy. So it was never a situation where, and then I just genuinely felt bad for him in that moment because it probably blindsided him how the whole thing happened. Because like I told both of them, they had a conversation offline, and then she brought it online, and so just knowing the facts of how that happened, I just listen. I was taking the day off. I was going to get my hair cut. I was in the barbershop, and I saw that he was live earlier when I was working out, but I didn't. I was working out, so I was like, oh, we'll see if he's still live or whatever. But he was live when I still went to the barbershop. So I was like, well, I ain't got nothing else to do. Let me pop on here and see if I can help this brother out a little bit.
Okay, so somebody have a question for you, and then I'm gonna let Brown Eye go ahead and say what he got to say. Okay.
Okay.
I got a comments. I got a message that asks Marcus how you feel about now the rape allegations are coming up again about you.
Well, the same allegations that come up every time another woman comes up about me. So it is what it is. If I consider it to be something important enough to divert my resources and time to, if it ever gets to that point, I will. But I ain't worried about that lady. All right. So, God bless her.
Oh Lord, Brown Eye, go ahead, sweetie. What you got to say?
Okay. I just want to come up and thank Mr. Marcus Ferris for being knowledgeable of my big presence. Because my presence is so big, he had to leave a comment under my post to let me know. And he already knew that. He left it, and I screenshotted it.
Why you talk so slow,
So I
man?
wanted to let
Speed it
golden
up. Speed it
signatures
up,
know
man. I'm gonna have to put you on
that
1.25,
Marcus
man.
do. He
Speed it
does
up.
like
Listen, you got potential, brother, but you got to speed it up
like
and you got to get your audio together, man.
likes my videos.
All right, thank you for that, Brown Eye.
And I
So
just want
just
to
just
make
to let
sure
y'all
that
know,
he's
Brown Eye wants y'all
learning
to know that I
to
went
be a
on his
better man and
channel.
to
I
be a
made a
better
comment.
brother in our community.
I'm sorry.
And that's it, brother.
Hey, man,
That's
salute
it.
to you, Brown Eye. Everybody go subscribe to Brown Eye channel. He's gonna speak a little faster. He's gonna get his audio together. He actually has some potential, right? And he's entertaining in a certain type of way. If you once you get to kind of learn about him a little bit, right? So everybody go subscribe to Brown Eye. Salute to you, man.
You know what? To be fair, Brown Eye have been listening to the constructive criticism. He did get his audio right finally over there. He's making improvement on his channel,
Big
and I'll
Brown
be
Eye, not the
tuned
little
in.
one.
I'll be tuned in. Somebody please drop his link for me, guys. Please, if you can find it. What is it? Brown Eye? Brown Eye Reacts, right? What was it?
I think that's it.
Yes, Brown and Reacts. It comes right up. It pops up. And everybody get ready for the live show coming up in the next 2 weeks. You're going to see another side of Brown Eye that Marcus can't imitate. Yeah. So be ready for that.
Hey, man, your lane is all you, brother. I want you to stay in it and win.
He'll be cool with me as long as he leave my girl Platinum alone.
That's what's up, brother. And
So
I'm on
let
my
me
way to
let me.
Atlanta the
So I
next
wanted to.
couple
I'm sorry.
weeks, and
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry. Go
find
ahead, Brown.
Polo, and I'm gonna make Polo a big star. And
But yeah, Marcus, I did give a reaction about Chris. I'm like, I'm so
over
happy Chris is off.
Atlanta Street interviews, yeah, and we're gonna call it me and Polo interviews.
See, Brown Eyes, see how you cut out for a little bit? You came back in, stuff like that. You gotta fix that type of stuff, man. And you gotta speed it up. I don't know if you got like a little delay going on or whatever, but I don't know why you speak like so slow or whatnot. But you know, and these days people have short attention spans. So speaking at a certain pace is probably gonna be valuable for you in this whole content creation journey. So good luck, man. Definitely good luck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, vibes. No, about Chris, I'm actually gonna go see him tomorrow. in his new spot. So y'all will see that tomorrow. I was downloading. Let me see if it's finished downloading. I don't think it is. I'm downloading this conversation that I just had actually with. So y'all ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm downloading the conversation that I just had with somebody that was in Black Hammer, and they called me because they was trying to get information about Josiah's age. And the reason that they was trying to get information about Josiah's age was because apparently him and Josiah had a sexual encounter, and he's currently being accused of dealing with a minor. So they're trying to say that Josiah was under 18 when he dealt with him, but he was actually 18. And so that's the phone call that I just got off of about 30 minutes ago. And so I didn't expect any of that, right? He just hit me up on Instagram. It was like, hey, I just need some information about Josiah. And so I started to give him the information, but then I was like, oh, hold on, what you need all this information for? And then he just just broke down the whole thing. And we talked for a whole hour, but I'm gonna cut the video down about 30 minutes or so. But that's what I'm working on right now.
Oh, wow.
So
That's interesting.
right,
I'll be
right.
but I'm not even gonna lie. When I saw Chris sitting on that bed, a tear came to my eye, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm seeing Chris on a bed, not in the dungeon, in a room on a bed.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a group home now. It looks like it's the type of place where they have like their own apartments, or they like maybe have a roommate with someone else that's in the same program. And he goes to different, like they have different meetings and different things like that. So it sounds like he's doing like really well, so much better. You know what I'm saying? And so I agree. I'm on the same boat. I'm super proud of him, and just, it amazes me to see the journey. You know what I'm saying? It amazes me to see the journey. Okay.
Yeah. So go there and say,
Let
was
me
it
ask you
Black
real
Hammer who
quick.
reached out?
If you don't mind, there's this lady Joy in the comments. I guess she's I don't know, got a hard on for me or whatever. I don't know what her deal is, but the same old comments about, oh, you're exploiting people, you disrespect women, da 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 da. Joy, all the comments and stuff, you ain't got a finger bomb. I'm nice enough. I'm a cool guy. If you want to, just hit the link just like I did. Come up here and express yourself, because I'm always interested in people that have these negative views of me, which they're most of the time either they just don't know everything, or they're just based on whatever they've heard in rumor land and stuff like that. So if you would, Joy, if you would like to, hit the link and just be able to express yourself. It's just an invitation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the castle. Everybody's opinions are welcome.
Right,
I know
right.
everybody.
And that's
Everybody
why I'm
don't even
saying,
like
like,
me.
Well,
So,
speaking of expressing yourself,
but let's hold that thought 1 second. Brown Eye. Golden say, was it Black Hammer who
Marcus, I do
reached
have a
out?
question for you.
well, hold on. Let's let the host, run her panel. You say Golden said what now?
It's on the screen. Was it Black Hammer who reached out?
No, it was a guy that was essentially sounds like the second in command. So you have Ghazi, and then you have, it sounds like this guy was like right up under Ghazi. They were really close. He said he was kind of like his emotional crutch or whatever. So that's how he described himself. Again, he didn't really know I was recording at first. So the conversation is completely organic and genuine. And he didn't reach out thinking that he was going to spill all this stuff or whatever, but it just happens to be that you call Marcus, and that's kind of how it goes, right? You just start talking, and so that's what happened.
Okay, Brown Eye, what you was gonna say, hon?
Simple question. I just want to know, Mark, you say you graduated from college, right, Marcus?
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't graduate. Okay.
Nope.
I thought you were a HBCU graduate. Okay. Well, that
No, I went
explains
to
a lot.
Howard for
Okay.
the first 2 years of my undergrad. I did the next 2 years at Georgia State.
Okay.
I only had 3 classes to take before I graduated, but I started making 6 figures at the airport, and so I felt like, well, I'm already making the money, so I just stopped going to classes and stuff like that.
So do you make more money now, or did you make more money then?
What is then? You mean when I first got to the airport, when I first started making 6 figures? I make more money now, so yeah, I make more money now.
Back then when, yeah.
Yeah, I make more now.
Okay.
How much money do you make,
Okay.
Brown Eye?
And okay. And another thing, are
No,
you
no, no,
going to
no.
get
Hold
to
on. You
your
got to answer my questions
actual
too.
wait?
What do you do for income? What do you do for a
Well,
living?
I guess it was me. The whole
okay.
thing was frozen.
Brown Eye, did you hear me?
Well, like I've stated plenty times before,
You do music or something like that. Is that your main income?
my name is on the back of I get royalty checks. Yeah, royalty checks roll in. Yeah, royalty checks come in. Yeah. And
So you're
I
broke.
have several other entities that I'm involved in.
So you're broke. All right, I got you.
So I also, and so so the thing of it is that are you going to get to your weight class goals as well? Because when you took off your shirt, I noticed that your stomach didn't have a 6-pack yet.
Brown Eye, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
It still looks.
This is starting to become a little creepy. Like, what are you doing? You're a grown damn man. Like, will you cam up at least? Cam up, okay? If
I'm
I
just
take my
wondering,
shirt off
brother.
on this live, it ain't gonna be for you. It's gonna be for the ladies, all right? So that's very weird.
Hey, I
Just to
have no
let you know.
problem with camming up, brother. Hold on.
Yeah, cam up.
It's,
Cam up.
I cam up, man. I mean, if you have a lot of questions, you like being in Polo's face. I came up. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Polo's face. So, but why
Right
do
now, you got
you
potential, man, but you
question
got some
Polo's
weird
ping
tendencies,
ping all the
man.
time? But you be telling me I'm creepy.
Brother, you
Okay,
got
let
too
me
much
cam up.
time
Hold
on your
on.
hands, man. That's what happens when, like I said, it's the same thing like with Octavius. I could tell that you don't have a wolf pack around you, man. You don't have guys that are constantly challenging you and, just kind of forcing you to be a certain way as a man. Um, that's not a good look.
What Brown Eye got going on? He don't flipped his camera on. What you got going on, Brown Eye? I had to put my banner up. What you trying to do?
I'm trying to. Oh no, we're not gonna show anything. I mean, Marcus don't want no. Marcus don't want no
These folks in the
chest
comments
off.
are
No, we
really
don't want none
funny
of that.
because
No, Marcus
they love
ain't.
to talk junk in the comments, but that's like the forgiving lady, especially off the back for those struggling. So let me ask you something. If I don't do an interview with them, are they still going to be struggling? Like if I never run into them, whoever forgiving is, right? If I never run into them, are they still going to be struggling? Now, second question. How many examples are there of people that I interviewed that solely because I interviewed them, they
I
gained
mean,
either financial
I
resources
mean,
or they eventually were able to get
what you
off the
want to see,
street?
brother? What you want to
Yeah,
see, brother?
you're weird looking. Like I figured that, man. All right, put the picture back up, man.
What you
Put
want to
the
see,
picture
brother?
Put the picture
What you want
back
to see,
up, man.
brother?
We're good, brother. We see you.
Hey, brother.
All right, you the man. You the man. Everybody go subscribe to Brown Eye Reacts. All right. But yeah, I'm always interested in people that have opinions like that because it's like you act as though I'm supposed to. I guess I don't know. Like let me ask you this: if I was doing the same thing I was doing, but I was a much smaller channel and I wasn't making any money, would that be off the backs of people then, or would I just be a person that's giving people a chance to get things off their chest and everything else? It's like y'all are so fixated on money, and whatever it is that you think I get, that you get blinded to all of the positive impact that my channel has. And I'm the type of person that I'm the person that has to kind of deal with whatever demon and spiritual energy is on that person that is right there in my physical presence. I'm the one that has to deal with that. I'm the one that, again, has to walk around in these areas and, what I'm saying, just kind of, like I say, be exposed to all of these different energies that y'all just really don't have a clue about. And the spiritual attack that I get just from that alone, sometimes just makes me honestly just want to say, all right, let me just go find something else, dude. I can make six figures doing this or that or the third. I'm in sales, so I can sell anything. So it's not really an issue of me going and doing something else. But one, I love what I do, and then two, this is more so a spiritual endeavor that I did not start, and I'm not going to be the one to finish. This is a mission that I'm on from God to tinker around the edges in certain people's lives. And in certain people's lives, I'm gonna have a major impact. In certain people's lives, I'm gonna have a smaller impact. But for the most part, it's always a positive impact. And so when you folks online get on here and try to criticize me and everything else, again, the people out in the streets, they love me. They love me. They love the $10. They love whatever else it is that they benefit from. And you know what I'm saying? They protect me as well. So it's that's why it's always so funny to hear like people's opinions that are essentially trying to defend these folks. Like you're coming to their defense, but they love me. And a lot of them will testify to you that if it wasn't for me coming into their lives, they wouldn't be at the place that they're at now. I just had a lady just on there the other day, Terry. Terry's video went to 500,000 views. This was back in the golden era when if you came on my channel, you was a lady, you was guaranteed at least $1,000 in cash apps. Well, Terry, according to her, I don't know how much of this is cap or whatever, but according to her, she's totaled over $100,000 in cash apps since that video. That video allowed her to have enough money to afford a hotel for weeks and weeks and weeks until she got her own place. She got a job. She got on her feet, and she was still getting cash apps. So, it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Do you even know what you're talking about? Or are you just some big head lady online that's talking shit to somebody that's actually doing the work?
Forgiving says she's done, but there you go, bragging again.
Hey,
What am
Marcus.
I bragging on? What did I brag on? What did I say that was braggadocious in that thing that my work has had impact? That's not me bragging. That's me responding to your bullshit, lady.
I know one thing. I don't agree with everything Marcus do, but when he do something negative, I talk about it. When he do something positive, I talk about it. You're gonna be Marcus. It don't matter. I could sit over here yell and scream all day. You're still gonna be Marcus. So why even bother? I
Well, and
just
it's like what is it that, like, for instance, give me an example. What do you mean a thing that I do that you don't like? Give me an example of like what you're talking about.
just the old stuff, but you don't be showing that no more. So I leave it alone.
Right. So like the old stuff as far as what?
You know all that Jana, Sunny, all of that old crap. You're not
And
showing
and
that on
and
here
and I
anymore,
get
so
it,
I
but
drop it.
well, and the thing is, honestly, it's like, is that even a thing for you to have an opinion on? Like, yeah, I get it. It's juicy. It's fun to talk about all that stuff. But I mean, it's me basically making a connection with a woman. That's it. Me making a connection with the woman. Why is that something that's so morally corrupt? Like, is it? It's me making a connection with somebody. Like, why is that such a bad thing? I don't get it.
Well, I'm at a point where I just leave it all alone. I take Marcus for Marcus and I just mind my business. Like it is what it is. I'm not invested. So
I get it. I get it. I think that ladies like the Joy Lady, right? They strike me with the same type of energy that Kiki has, right? It's like, oh, he thinks he's a prize. You stay bragging, this, that, and the third. For one, I'm one of the most humble people you're gonna come across. I'm just also confident, and I'm a man. So I'm not gonna be sit here and mince words and be all, try to make you feel like, everything's nice and soft and squishy and whatever. I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to deal with you as a man. And obviously there's some folks in our community that are just opposed to that. They want men to be like more soft and stuff like that. I don't know. But I don't get it when you have people that say these things, because she's not the only one. She's a microcosm of how a lot of people feel. A lot of people may make comments like that. And I just be wondering, like, well, what is your point? Like, okay, you're saying that I brag. Do I brag? What am I bragging about? Tell me one thing I've bragged about. I mean, anybody can.
I didn't say that you bragged. That was the chat. But look at Smokiana. Smokiana is up in here, y'all. You know how I know this is Smokiana? Because Smokiana
Who is
talk about the
Smokeyana?
same Sheena. Because you talk about the same thing over and over and over about a car. It's my story.
Marcus is always
It's my
bragging on that
story.
damn Jeep.
Am I bragging on the Jeep, or do I just drive the Jeep and y'all may like it, and so you may take it as me bragging? Like, when have I bragged about my Jeep?
Yes. We
Just
don't
say you
like a
like the
Jeep,
Jeep.
man.
Like,
No.
that's what I'm saying. Like, some of
We
y'all are
don't.
weird. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
No.
like
The cars compared to what I
you
drive,
call
compared to what you
yourself
drive, no.
hating on me or whatever, but the truth is you're probably a fan or whatever. And if you're not, then your hate is coming from a place of, and don't take it as don't take it as a negative thing, but a place of ignorance where you just don't know. You just don't know what's really going on. You're paying attention to the gossip and this and that and the third. Anybody that says that I exploit women, you're just full of shit. Like, I've never exploited a woman a day in my life. Okay. Now, women are attracted to me. Okay. And that's not me
So then,
bragging. That's just
Marcus,
a statement of
why
fact.
don't you have one successful relationship?
Excuse me? Brown eye. Listen, man, leave me alone. Okay? like
Why
if
don't you
someone
have
is
one
single,
successful relationship?
that means they haven't had. That means that they're not currently in a relationship. And even if they're in a relationship, it doesn't mean it's successful. Okay. I was in a
For
relationship for
you to be a
14 years.
man of so
Okay? I was in a
much,
relationship 14 years. What was the longest
so
relationship
much
you was in?
magnetism, so much power, so much
Lord Jesus.
manism.
Okay.
Dude, I was married, brother. First of all, I've stated this before.
Okay. So why aren't you in a successful relationship?
My son and my baby mother
Why
has my
aren't
last
you in
name.
a successful relationship?
And that's facts.
What'd you say?
Because I already, because unlike you, because
You're in
unlike
the
you,
same
Marcus,
position as me. You're a single man.
I have successful
You're
relationships.
kind of a weird one.
They don't come out on
Listen,
YouTube.
I'm doing fine enough, brother. I'm headed off to vacation in a few weeks. Y'all will get to see that. It ain't with Kiki. Okay.
Where you going?
Oh, back to my favorite spot. My favorite place is Jamaica. So that's where I feel like this channel started. Because when I heard my spirit talk to me and tell me that I had to jump on this as soon as I got back home, that's where I heard it at. Okay. So yeah, that's my happy place. So I'm going back to smoke some weed and relax and do my Jamaica thing.
Who you taking with you?
We just gonna have to tune in and see.
Oh Lord. Should I even guess?
You don't have to guess. Like, you're just gonna have to tune in and see. It could be a little bit of anybody. So I can tell you one thing. I'm definitely gonna have a good time. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of myself, and so that's gonna be fun. And I'm looking forward to it because I am feeling so burnt out these days. And so that's where a little bit of this chippiness may come from when it comes to responding to some of these folks, because it's like I really do give my all to this work. When you do what the type of stuff that I do, and when you're like a content creator or any type of business owner or anything like that, you have to be married to your work, right? That's one of the things. Brown I was asking me about relationships and stuff. Ever since I've been doing this stuff, anybody that is around me on a more intimate level will tell you, like, it's boring. because I just be working. like like I go out, I get my content. That's great. That's fun. That's exciting. But then y'all don't see the boring part when I'm just back at home for 4 hours editing. Okay. And so, a woman that is with me has to understand that this is what I'm married to. This is gonna come first. That, half the reason why you're here is because I'm able to demonstrate this level of success or whatever it is. And so in order for me to continue to do that, I have to stay focused on how I got here. So, that's kind of where, some of, like I say, the chippiness may come because it's like, I'm really married to this stuff. I really do this. Y'all don't have a clue about half of the phone calls I receive, half of the people that are relying on me for one thing or another, the amount of just money requests I receive on a daily basis. It's just, it's like y'all would crumble under the pressure. And so for you to sit here on YouTube and make these little snarky comments and everything, when you don't even know, like you wouldn't be able to lift one foot in my shoe, to be honest with you. And it frustrates me. So I could deal with the frustration pretty well most of the time, but every now and again, I gotta get a little chippy. I'm human.
Golden says she think you taking tea. That's a good guess.
Listen, I'm gonna take Golden. Y'all keep messing around. All right, that's who you're gonna see on the trip with me next. All right.
Ooh,
I saw that picture, Golden drop. I'm coming to
oh,
get you, Golden.
all right, now you say stuff like that, they gonna be out
Okay.
here attacking my girl Golden.
Marcus, you're
Huh?
What'd you say, Brown Eye?
Marcus, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. Straight up. I was being cool. I didn't want to attack you tonight, brother, but you only got 200,000 subscribers. You haven't really reached the pinnacle of being a super successful. You better than us for right now, but to put your eggs in a basket for the rest of your life of a YouTube successful content creator, you're not really in that mark yet. So if I was you, I would get another side hustle or maybe and make sure that your merch is flying or get a better degree so you can expand and maybe because the successful life of a YouTuber is only about 2 to 3 years. So nobody's not going to want to see the crackhead interviews 10 years out. You're not at the retirement age. You're not at that age yet. And YouTube doesn't carry a 401k and a pension. So to say that it's your whole life is not a big flex, bro.
Well, thank you for the
Yeah,
advice.
it's
I
not.
receive it. One thing I tell everybody is that I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm a what I would consider medium-sized YouTuber. I do have 850,000 followers on Facebook, right? So I'm approaching a million there. I'll probably hit a million like maybe halfway through the summer or something like that. I have not celebrated even one milestone that I've gotten as far as in like a party or anything like that. So I'm not the type of person to sit here and think that I'm all this and all that because I know I'm not. I've got YouTube mentors that are way bigger than me and make way more money. The type of money that they can stack up and retire once everything falls off. I'm not making that type of money. So I'm doing okay. I can put a little bit to the side, but I'm still going to have to get out here and have whatever skills I have when all this is said and done. That being said, um, my spirit and God through my spirit let me know that I'm all good. I'm all good that I didn't need to continue to work at Anthem, which is where I was working at. It was a Fortune 500 company. I was making good money there. But I didn't need to keep working there because I have stuff to do about my father's work. Right. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And I've been so blessed in life that I've got to see that I don't ever have to worry or concern myself with really how I'm going to provide or anything like that. I've been given certain gifts and certain skills, and my gifts and skills have allowed me to make money since I was 23 years old. And so those gifts and skills are innate, but they're also nurtured. So I've put in over 20 years of mastering these skills. So I'm going to be just fine. If this YouTube stuff ever, falls off or whatever, I'll be a-okay. I got people that are trying to recruit me all the time to come back to sell this or sell that. I made a good mark in the industries that I worked in, as far as health insurance and just other hustles. As far as, I got a buddy that owns a big marketing company, and he has contracts for me all the time that I could jump on at any point. So I appreciate your concern, man. But that's not something that I concern myself with, because right now I've been told that this is my mission, this is what I'm here to do, and I'm living it. And so I don't, I appreciate the advice, but yeah, I've got that covered for the most part, man.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Golden. And look who is in the chat. My girl, Image. Image, I miss you so much,
Okay.
girl. I
Let me
missed you.
clown a couple people in your chat.
Brown Eye, don't cut me off. Hold on one second. Image, it's so good to see you, hun. I'm happy to see you. Image say take Polo with you to Jamaica.
Well, how about you come with me to the Image, okay? Because y'all ain't about to stick me with Polo for 24 hours and all like that. Y'all can just sit there and laugh and have fun and da 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 da. All right. So whoever want me to take Polo. Now look, I rock with Polo. I love Polo. But unless you actually come out in person and be there, I don't want to hear nothing about no Polo because I'm gonna need help. All right, like I'm not doing that. I ain't out to frustrate myself like that. Like no, that's like they was trying to say spend a day with Shanika. I'm like, y'all seriously want me to do that? Like y'all trying to see me on the news or something? Like what is going on?
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but anyway, I hope that, like I say, and I see,
And y'all wait to the music show.
I see my sister open, taking up for me and everything like that. And I appreciate that, right? But folks like Joy, folks like Forgiving, like I say, it would be helpful to everybody if you would hit a link, right? And come on up and actually voice your opinion. Like, don't just be in the comments talking shit, because that just looks like you're a shit talker. Because my work speaks for itself. And I shouldn't have to have anybody like Open or anybody else in the comments having to defend me. Like my work is so extensive. Like I've done so much that I forget half of the things that I've done. When people name them, I'll be like, oh yeah, I did do that. That did happen because of my channel. I forgot about that. All kind of stuff. So it's like, either shit or get off the pot, man. Like, don't just be a person that's in the comments talking shit and you got this anonymity and you can't be challenged, or you're just going back and forth in the comments. That's kind of lame.
Joyce, I said what I said and you
No,
heard
you
me.
didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't. Don't come with that I said what I said energy if you ain't hitting the link. If that's the case, you're a coward. You're a coward. You said what you said behind the keyboard. You're not even woman enough to come up here and let us hear your voice, hear the tone in your
Joy, please
voice.
hit the link.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear all that nonsense.
Image said, let's go. I'm
Drea the
down.
Real, hit the link.
You see, I got my passport. I know that's right, Image.
Honey Against the Goddess, hit the link.
Come on with it, Image. All right. Now,
Honey Against the
passport ain't.
Goddess, hit the
I don't
link.
know if Polo got his passports. I don't know if that's gonna be needed. Like we might have to go to Puerto Rico or something like that. Yep.
Oh gosh. But I
Yep.
don't
Yep. Yep.
know. Do y'all have any more questions? Ask him why he's here. What you got to say, Brian? I know you be having so much to say. I don't have no questions.
Yes. One more question. Golden Signature says she's seen your baby mother in real life. Did she
Hmm.
really see your baby mama? So
I
I can
mean, if
call out on the
a
show.
simple visit to my Instagram page, you'll see the mother of my kids. Like, and I took a lot of the pictures of her off because, we broke up. I was totally hurt, right? So I took a lot of the pictures of her off. But the mother of my kids is at least on one of the pictures, if not more, on my channel. She's one of the most beautiful women that I've ever laid eyes on. And she continues to be a beautiful woman to this day. So shout out to her.
You said VQ, go up and show him Haitian's comment. Uh, this one? And y'all be sure to hit the like button for me, okay? I
Somebody just
hate to
said,
ask
Marcus, are you
y'all,
gonna
but
go back to the old raw video style? Um, so even when I was back in my old days, I used to tell people, hey, look, this is gonna be an evolution. You're gonna watch me evolve in real time. So whatever you like, whatever you don't like, just know that it may change, right? Am I gonna go back to the kind of like, so wait, so y'all having sex in the bushes, like that type of stuff? Probably not, right? Probably not. But I think that I still keep it pretty raw. I think I still keep it pretty raw. So hopefully it's still raw enough for you. But if you feel like you got some advice for me, I'd be willing to hear it. So absolutely.
you have a
All right.
positive comment on the screen. Haitian rude girl, bad girl in the building. She said, I give him his flowers. I seen the positive and I see.
And
That's what's
ASI.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, listen, man. Listen, I appreciate you. I'm Haitian rude guy. All right. And anybody else that, says the same thing, because like I say, I know I ain't perfect. I don't expect people to kiss my ass or nothing like that. But I also don't expect people to only focus on the quote unquote negative. And, let's be real. What's the negative? Me having sex with women. Okay. Breaking news. Man has sex with women. Like, okay, I get it. But like, seriously, if that's all that y'all can really point to, and then, back in the day, oh, the questioning, the style of questions or whatever. Okay, well, if that's all you can point to, that's just not that much. It's just not. And there's so much positive. There's so many people that have cried on my shoulders. So many people that, you know, will do anything for me right now. There's a guy in Texas right now that has his daughter in his life because her mom and her were on my channel. There's a guy in North Carolina that considers me an absolute brother because the mother of his kids had his son on the channel and now he's got full custody of his son. There
Yeah.
are
And
so many different stories of people that I've reconnected, people that I've helped out. Um, uh, uh, I point to the biggest victory, Jaden being in college. A lot of people don't even know about that. That video to this day still only has 21,000 views. Okay? Like Kelsey's video where she clapping her booty is up to 100,000 views. But the video where, I get my flowers for a kid coming on my platform and ending up with a full scholarship to college only has 21,000 views. None of the blog channels, none of the street sector, nobody talked about it. Nobody made a video about it, nothing like that. Right? So it's just a human condition to just focus on the negative. But, when you do that, that honestly says more about you than it does about me. All right.
I know she said, I'm glad you interviewed Shaniqua. She's a headache, but she's a favorite of mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shanika is a lovable headache, right? Same thing with Polo, right? They're lovable headaches, but you can only take them in doses. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. All right. So, but yeah,
It was something I wanted to ask you. I don't mean to cut you off.
no,
Oh,
no, no. Go
I
ahead.
thought
I don't
about it.
want you to lose your train of thought.
No, Summer. I missed the video. Everybody was like, "Oh, VQ, you never talked about Summer." I missed that video. How is she doing?
She's doing well. She's doing well. Go check it out. It's not too far down. So you don't have to scroll too far down, but she's doing well. She sounds a lot clearer. Excuse me. She sounds a lot clearer. Um, so everybody was proud of her. And I can't wait to see her again because even on the video that we did, 'cause it was a video call. Even on the video that we did, her skin looked clearer. So yeah, like it's good to see like the people when they're in their stuff, they're in their drama, whatever, and then as things progress, you get to see them come out of it, and it's a way for us to all look at humanity unfolding in real time. And it's like people like to blame me for the negativity in other people's lives as though I'm the one that caused it when I'm just the one that's just putting a camera on it. That's it. And so I don't think I should be blamed for putting a camera on it because we all get to learn and we all get to observe, like I say, humanity unfolding in real time, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I was inspired by you to do 2 interviews in my city, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you do it because I couldn't do it. After video number 2, I couldn't do it. It took an emotional toll on me. I still think about them until this day. It was
Yeah.
just so much to unpack, you know? I am like,
Listen,
And then I
listen.
always wonder, like, how you just like hear all that stuff during the day and then at night, like you don't think about it, or how you able to turn it off, or
Well, I have a certain part of me that can just flow to the next story, right? There are certain stories that do stick with me. There are certain interviewees that do stick with me, right? But for the most part, I have to move on to the next thing because the same way that that person's story was so impactful and so everything, the next person's story is as well. And so I can't just stay like sometimes people want me to just stay on their stuff, stay with them, talk to them, let's dive deeper, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like, yeah, if there's something to dive deeper too, but ultimately I gotta keep it moving, right? I gotta go to the next thing because that's what my mission is like there's a lot of little tinkering, little adjustments that I guess I'm meant to make in people's lives. And so that's what the mission is. It's not just staying on one story or one thing, right? So, I get it though. It's easy to get caught up in that because the stories are, sometimes heart wrenching and things like that. And if you're any type of person that wants to help people, then that innate nature kicks in. And so you're like, well, let me see what I can do to help and help and help and help. But the truth is that, they have to kind of have the same level of energy to help themselves that you have. And a lot of times they may not have that. So it may be an impactful story, maybe a sad story and everything, but they still have to get to that place to where they're going to make it happen because that's the only sustainable solution. Them just receiving a fish isn't a sustainable solution. Them being taught how to fish or them hitting the bottom and having to teach themselves how to fish is a sustainable solution.
somebody have a question. They said, Marcus, have you ever been hit with a spice ball? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. So I mean, I saw that person saying that in some other. I think I was on a panel like either yesterday or the day before, something like that. Somebody kept saying something about Spice Ball. I don't know what the heck that person's talking about. So I don't know. But yeah, this Joy lady is funny. She says you exploit people's pain and you do it for money. Hmm. I tell you what, man. The number of people that tell me after right as soon as we're done. And 99% of the time, I'm not even in the mind frame to record it. Y'all have heard me record it maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But the moment after the interview is always such a special moment because they just unloaded. And 98% of the time, there's a big hug that follows. A lot of times, especially back in the day, not so much now, but even now, there's tears flowing from the person. And the first thing that they say is, I feel so much better. Or that felt so good to unload. That felt so good to talk about that. I didn't know I was going to feel better after this conversation. That's the overwhelming sentiment that I get. So that's why I can just mostly ignore when people say stuff like you exploit people's pain and this and that and the third, as though that was really my plan, right? To come
Um,
out here and that's not how this thing went. Like I just came out here, I was just decided to do interviews because I felt like, let's figure out why people are homeless or whatever. And the stories were interesting. And I didn't plan on becoming a YouTuber or anything like that. I was perfectly fine being a salesperson, doing what I do. I lived a decent life and had a good schedule. You know how much more I work now than what I used to work when I was just working at Anthem? I worked like 4 hours a day and made good money in sales. 4 hours a day. That's how much I worked. I was at all my kids' events, everything. I was the class dad. I did all this stuff. I had all kind of time to myself. Why do you think I was able to do a bodybuilding show? You know how much time bodybuilding takes and how much you have to coordinate your life around it? That's the reason why I haven't been able to do a show since I've been on YouTube. I've tried to do bodybuilding preps, but I just can't because my life is so much more busier now. So trust me, this isn't like something where, and I don't make like so much more money than what I used to that it's like, oh, well, he's making double the money or whatever. Like, no, it's not that. I make a little bit more than what I used to, but not like life-changing amounts. So you're just completely wrong. Like, I'm not exploiting anybody's pain. And yes, I do get paid for it, but that's God's plan. That's God's plan. So if you got a problem with that, take that up with God. Because there's plenty of people that are doing the same exact thing I'm doing, and they're not making nearly the amount of money. Okay?
You
So
you know
go ahead.
I forgot that you and Copper had y'all little issue the other day, right? Copper
Hmm.
said, Marcus, if I show you a boob, will you be my friend again?
Listen, listen, y'all know that I famously don't hold grudges. All right. So I ain't got no problem with Copper. Um, I just I stand by what I said. I thought that was just really shady energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Benji is not neutral, right? He's all of his content about me or regarding my channel is negative towards me. Okay. And for a couple of weeks, when you search my channel, his video would be one of the first ones to come up. So anybody that supports that, I don't agree with it. I just don't. And I'm not sitting here telling you like, oh, well, if you rock with him, you can't rock with me. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that if I see you in the comments saying, oh, this was just amazing and I agree with it and all this stuff, then I'm gonna be like, well, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? like this guy doesn't like me. So how is it that this content is so amazing and everything? But it's like, come on, like how does that work? You can't be both, So I didn't get that. But Copper, you're more than welcome in my chat. I only go live every so often, but you're more than welcome. It's all love. You're my sister. Family members are gonna beef sometimes and are gonna have issues with each other, but that doesn't mean that we're still not family. All right, so come on over here, give me a big virtual hug. Okay, give me a big virtual hug. All right, it's all love, Copper. Okay,
Why are you in the dark, Marcus?
it's gotten
We
dark.
can't even
All
see
right, so let
you.
me go back outside. Well, because I had to plug up my phone and I was sitting outside, but I forget why I came here. I think it was like the volume or something, but y'all know I love chilling on my balcony. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here chilling. Right, got my little green
Oh
space, right?
gosh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all it is. But yeah, Copper, it's all love, okay? And I ain't mean to be in the dark. But I will point out that I'm the only person on this panel that's cammed up too. So yeah, I mean, VQ, you want to cam up real quick?
Here you go. You ain't never gonna let me live it down. I
Huh?
know that's why you don't come over here that often, because you love people on camera.
Well,
Huh?
because you get to see people. So like, this isn't radio. This is YouTube. It's meant to be.
Marcus,
It's meant to be seen.
And
let
I
me
have
be
plenty of
me.
videos cammed up.
Let me be
Listen, I
me.
just
My
think that it
people
brings a
love me
certain
for
air of
me.
authenticity. Let me go upstairs so I don't have to be in the dark and don't have to listen to this. Let me
But my people love me for me, though. They
and
love
I
me
get
for the
that.
mystery.
Well, I get it. I get it. So I ain't gonna sit here and go all in about it. But I just think that there's a certain authenticity that comes with camming up. Even if you just do it like every so often, and then you just do your avatar most of the time or whatever. But listen, you got your thing going on. It's all love. All right, it's all
Yeah,
love. Whatever works for you works for you. So,
it works for me.
yep, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. So,
We wish some people wouldn't cam up. Okay.
it's all love. It's all love.
Marcus, why did you start your kids a channel and exploit them in front of the world, showing their faces
That's not exploiting them. They love being on YouTube.
Exactly. We started out from
when
Avatar
they're
Nation, where
underage?
everybody's in Avatar.
You say what?
My bad. No, Gemini was saying that we started out in a sector where everybody never came up. Yeah, from Avatar Nation.
I get it, but that's. I
Shout out to
mean,
Sir
look,
King.
I get it, man. I get it, but all the big YouTubers came up, right? So name me a big YouTuber that's just on the avatar, right? So
You see Miss Open over there done cammed up now, and she about to make herself content, okay?
that's good. That's good. Listen. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Open, you hear that? Don't try to please everybody. Don't go soft. Go hard. All right. Like if you're gonna do it, do it. Okay.
Thank
So absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I seen one of her lives and she I think she had like, it was interested in the camera and everything. I was like, okay, I like that. I was like, let me see what's going on.
she had them over there making it rain on her. Okay, I said, I'll go ahead, Miss Open with your bad self. It was
No,
a
Joy is
virtual
funny.
strip
Joy
club.
said, Marcus, you look better in the dark. I agree. Okay. I agree. Sometimes, anyway, sometimes I look good in the light. It all depends,
All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-mm-mm. But
Oh my God, Platinum Plus. You don't think? You don't agree?
well, right. Why do you care about me and my kids' channel? Why do you care? My kids love it. They want to be on YouTube. You was asking me about what I'm gonna
Because I
do if
felt me being in the real Hollywood business,
Exactly. Marcus, wasn't you
you're
once
like
a
in the fake side of the
mystery?
Hollywood business. This is called YouTube. I've been where any person can come on with any type of character and pop a camera on. There's no real production. There's no real anything. There's no real contracts.
Aw, thank you.
And I
Listen,
appreciate
since
YouTube. Don't get me wrong, but don't you think your children are a little too young to have private conversations in the public with their father?
nope. As a matter of fact, I think that it should happen even younger than this because people need to be able to have these conversations with their kids, and they may not just know to do it. There's no parenting handbook. So seeing a dad have conversations with his daughter about some of these things may encourage other dads to have conversations with their daughters about this stuff because I believe we need more open conversation in our community, especially with our young ladies, because when they make bad decisions early, it affects the rest of their life. Okay. Now, young men, they make a bad decision early and stuff. You see, like some of these guys have 7, 8, 9 kids because they have a kid, and then if they're a deadbeat, they just move on to the next person and everything else. But 99% of the time, the woman is the one that has to deal with that has to actually raise the kid, or if it's not the woman, it's her family. Okay, so we need to open up the conversation with our young ladies and be able to have real conversations with them, so that we can start to curb this kind of this deal where all these young ladies are having kids so early and nobody's ever talked to them. And sometimes when I'm having a conversation with the 20 something, it's the first time they're hearing like real man advice, a real man talk, or hearing it from a man perspective. And so that makes me know that there's plenty of people that don't get this in time. So my kids being 14 and 15 years old, I think it's a little bit late actually. We could have started this channel 2 years ago.
I know Golden said, wasn't you at one point anonymous, Marcus? Uh-huh. So
So you
basically
like your
leave me
daughter calling
alone.
you a hypocrite? Oh, wait, vibes queen.
Well, hold on, Brown. Now you don't run her panel. So pipe it down. Let her get out what she wanted to say. So yes, Golden, that's true.
Well, I have my own
But
channel.
but
I can go live right now.
hey man, don't threaten us with a good time, brother. All right. Whatever you feel like you can do, do. But you're gonna have to probably respect the host. That's just if you have somebody in your
But
platform
I just wanted
on
to
your channel, you're
understand.
gonna want them to
But I just want to
respect you, right?
understand. Well,
Right.
Vibes Queen loves my channel.
I'm sure she does, but she also deserves respect. So if she has a question she wants to get out, you have a question you want to get out, you got to defer because you're on her channel. Okay,
And
right? That makes sense.
yeah, and I'm
Okay.
pretty much done. I was just
Well,
telling
my
you what
bad, Vibes
Golden
Queen.
said.
My bad,
So
VQ.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
yeah,
all good.
Golden, that's a good point. But I wasn't necessarily um just doing like an avatar thing or nothing. Y'all just didn't see my face just because. Just because like that was just the content was just me talking to the people. But I wasn't necessarily hiding myself neither. Um I used to actually put myself on the intros. When I first started doing intros, I used to like Easter egg myself for like 1 second in the intro. People always be like, "What you look like? You look like?" Be like, "Hey, it's right there in the video. You just gotta stop it on that 1 second mark or whatever." But and I always, for the most part, like I never like hid my Facebook or hid my Instagram or anything like that. So, if you did the research, you would be able to look me up and find out who I was. On my Facebook, I used to say, "Hey guys, I'm hosting. I'm doing Atlanta Street interviews. Y'all look at my channel. Hey, look, my channel's starting to blow up and stuff like that." So I was actively telling people like on Facebook, "Hey, this is my channel. This is stuff like that." So, and of course I didn't blow up on Facebook until I hired somebody else to manage it. But yeah, that's pretty much so it's not quite the same vibe. I wasn't like going out of my way to hide myself, but once everybody started to say the mysterious interviewer, I just kind of played into it. Right. So I knew that, people could easily access me, find me, things like that. So it wasn't a big deal.
I know Vaughn is up in the building. Hey, Vaughn. And thank you, Ocean, for all the nice
ATV
comments.
Bond in the building?
Yeah, I
Man,
dropped the
what's
link.
happening?
But Vaughn, I wasn't trying to cut you off. You know you my people. I'll be over there with you. What you got to say?
Exactly.
What you got to say, Vaughn?
Don't you think that it's don't you think that it's uh, a little early, early and unprotective to have your daughters to be put in a dangerous position as many people that don't really like you?
Well, how is that dangerous? If they really don't like me, they can go on my Instagram. My
Marcus,
daughter's
you have
on
a
my
lot of
Instagram.
haters.
What's the difference? Hmm?
And then you have to move, Marcus, because of your last situation, because of the apartment situation that you had.
No, that was overblown. So yeah, Sonny and whatever did put out my address, but and it just so happened to be around the same time when I moved. But the reason for the move was a different reason. Okay, so my kids are fine. My kids are protected. You know what I'm saying? Like we good over here, man. We good over here. So I appreciate your concern, but my kids are perfectly fine. They love their dad. They are great kids. Absolutely. I don't know what I did to deserve to have the kids that I have because they're just amazing, amazing little girls. So we're all good over here, brother. I appreciate your concern though. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Natalie said, Marcus, I think you are doing a
Well, I
great
think
job.
your baby mother did a wonderful job. I think
She continues to do a great job. Okay, she continues to do a great job. So
pushing them
we're
out,
we're we're collectively doing a great
helping
job.
to raise them, and she
Yeah,
seems to
you don't even know what she looks like, Brown. Huh? Like, so how are you sitting there talking all this stuff about my baby mother?
have a good hand and, well,
Natalie
seemingly like
even
giving them a mind of their own and even telling their dad they're a hypocrite.
They definitely have a mind of their own. And like I say, they're being raised well by both parties. Me and the mother of my kids, like I say, even when we don't get along all the time, we both just absolutely have our eyes eagle-eye focused on our kids. So we're both doing a great job. Absolutely great job. So I salute to her. To me, she's gotten even finer since we broke up, which kind of pisses me off. Um, but besides that, me and her are good.
they said, Brown Eye, you're at the max. What do you say? You max your
Okay.
questions for the day.
Can I have
That means,
your baby mother's Instagram?
For what?
oh gosh.
See, that's the weird type of stuff that you be on, Brown Eye. Like, you got to develop a higher
Because I
EQ,
promise you,
man.
I just want to ask you a few questions. Well, you're
For
not with
what?
it
That's
anymore. She doesn't want
weird.
you.
That's
Why don't you give her a
weird.
real man?
That's weird. See what I'm saying? Like, you're, no, man. Like, listen,
I can
stay in your
afford to pay
lane,
her what
brother.
she needs.
Stay in your lane, man. You don't have what she needs, bro. I can tell you just by the way that you behave on this platform that you're totally
Bro,
like. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you just in this one moment, okay? Because I like to be nice most of the time, but you're a total weirdo, okay? You would have no chance with the mother of my kids, okay? Like she doesn't date weirdos.
I know I've decided to not give commentary on
I
the
guarantee you,
IRL
the
channel.
life I live, your baby mama can't even.
You hear
Brown,
me?
you can't even get a proper phone to have a
Okay. I just
good
want to ask.
audio.
I want to
Your
pay her
audio
for an
keeps
interview.
going in and
That's all
out,
I want to
dude.
do. It's business. It has nothing to do with you.
Right. What'd you say, Vibes Queen?
No, I said I did make the announcement that I'm not giving commentary on the
It's
channel with
business.
the girls, the IRL.
Why not?
Because I really don't give reaction on kids. Like, no, no. We protect kids over here. So,
Yeah, I get
no,
it. I
I
mean,
just like,
it. You know, it. Listen, I don't. You know, I wouldn't say like I wouldn't be happy if someone was like talking shit about my kids or this, that, and the third, right? But if you're giving reaction on the conversation, right, or like, hey, was this appropriate or that type of stuff, I wouldn't necessarily mind that because that's kind of the point is to open up the conversation, you know, to open up the conversation
no,
because too much stuff is like off limit just because they're kids, and I get it, but those kids, those same kids are charged with making adult decisions just a few years later. And so I just think that it would be beneficial to just society at large, but our community in particular, to open these conversations up. And, you know, it may get, you know, when you're doing stuff like this, it ain't always going to be perfect, right? But, you know, my spirit told me, because I sat on this channel for a long time with me and the kids, but my spirit told me that it was time. So that's why I went ahead and did it. And I've been going through whatever mental stuff I've been going through for the past week or so. But I've got at least 2 or 3 episodes that I need to upload on that channel, like right now, to be honest with you. So, and I can't wait for y'all to see it because it's good stuff. It's Mookie trying to dress a certain way to get like this little fella's attention, and me having to talk with her about that. And then it's Ken's being slightly frustrated about her prom date that didn't give her a promposal, and me talking to her about that. So it's just different conversations that may be illuminating as far as, you know, what daughters and dads and, you know, parents and things may go through.
yeah, but me personally, I just feel like let them just be them. They don't need nobody picking everything they do apart. And no, let them just be great.
No, I
That was
get
just
it.
my personal choice.
No, and I get it, and that's where the hesitation
Amen,
came,
Vibes Queen.
right? That's where the hesitation came from. So I agree, right? I had to go back and forth about that, but you know, my kids have matured to a certain place, and you know, they want to be, you know, like they love the fact that daddy's a content creator, and you know, especially like my oldest, who she is such a like kind of bougie little girl, like she's just so posh, and you know, like she's the one that's always ordering like the steak medium rare and a lobster, you know, and she'll look at you like she won't even think about it, like as though we're like the Rockefellers or something. So she's gonna. The reason why I'm saying all that is to say she's gonna need money, right? And so, so she likes what Daddy does. She likes the whole content creation thing and all like that. So, you know, this is maybe a way for her to just kind of be introduced to it, see if she likes it, you know, see if she can handle the attention, the negative comments, that type of stuff. And we just kind of go from there. But it's not like a big deal. But, you know, I mean, if they want to do this type of stuff in the future, or if the channel gets popular, right? And they have their own spin-off channels or whatever, they go off to college, they're doing whatever content creation stuff they're doing. Maybe even if it's just editing videos for people, right? Because they learned how to edit and stuff like that. So there's a lot of lanes. Oh, and the big thing, I forgot. Here's the big thing. So, especially when me and Tracy broke up, okay, me and the mother, me and their mom broke up. Uh oh. Hold on, I gotta plug this up. This is gonna be a dead phone. All right, that's what I came down here for. Okay, we'll
Yeah,
see how long this stays. But when me and their mom broke up,
Excuse me, Vibes Queen. Just 1 second. Dread, and I don't have to be, but because you're being rude in the chat. Dread or real, I'll cash app you right now $100 if you cam up. And I bet you look worse than, I bet you like a damn ogre. Because you're not going to insult me in the chat and just keep talking. I cash app you $100 right now. Also for you too, because I know some people that's insulting me, they don't have any pictures.
yeah, but Brown Eye, to be
Also,
fair now,
who's that?
right? To be fair now, we
Jizz. Yeah,
interrupting and
Jizz.
go. No, but what I'm saying, like they're free, this is a castle. I know they might be rude down there, but
Because they're not going to.
everybody's free to voice their opinion though. I get it. I get what you're saying and I get what they're saying.
and it just
No, I
you
don't mind.
interrupted the flow, right? So like you can't do stuff like that, right? It's
But
like,
I'm paying.
okay, I gave you the floor to interrupt, and then you interrupted with something silly about who somebody talking in the comments and everything. I get it, but that probably could have waited because you don't know what tea I was about to drop. You don't know what I was about to say. But now I might not say it because it's like you just interrupted the flow. So you got to learn how you got to learn like what good content is and how to foster an environment that you can get people to talk and everything. See,
Marcus, my name is on the back of Platinum Selling, or I'm not trying to make a channel.
Lord Jesus, you one of
Okay.
those people that
You need the people to
rest all their
survive.
laurels on their
I
past
don't need these
victories.
people to survive.
You have past victories. I'm living in my victorious time right now. So we're not the same, brother. I'm glad that you had your stuff. I'm glad that you're on platinum stuff, man. Platinum records and things like that. I'm happy for
Marcus.
that. That's amazing, actually. That's not an easy thing to do.
Do you know what a
So
royalty check
big salute
is?
to you for that. But what
Do
have
you know
you
what a
done for me
royalty check
lately,
is?
brother? This is a what
From a
have you done for
platinum
me
selling
lately kind
artist,
of
how
world.
much that is?
Nobody
You
cares about
obviously
your
don't
past
know, bro.
accomplishments, man. What
From a
have you
Grammy
done for me
Award
lately?
winner?
What are you doing now?
Let me
Because
just
whenever
say
I ask
something
you about
real.
what you do, you always talk about what you've done, and then you
Bro, I'm
say that
still on the, you're
you're
not
gonna be
getting me.
doing this
I'm
music
just,
thing, but your music must not be popping now because you ain't talking about no recent stuff.
Brown Eye, can I tell you something? And it's coming from a place of love, right?
okay. All right.
You see on your channel, ignore negativity. Like you need the negative comments under your thing. You need the engagement. You want somebody to say, Brown Eye, you so ugly. And then 20 other people gonna say, yeah, we agree. Who cares? It's the internet. It's the internet. The minute you could like look over all of that and just keep shining, you'll be fine. I have people in my chat be cussing me out. Oh, what earlier, the same jizz person. What about you in a car?
He
It's
doesn't
my
understand
life.
what
You're
I'm
not gonna
saying.
shame me. You know who the jizz person is, right? It's Smokeyana. I've been saying that. She's upset because Marcus is up here. You get it? Maybe not.
Lionel Richie
Am I
hasn't wrote a
wrong?
song in
You
over
know
50
his
years.
audio be
His
going in and
royalty
out,
checks
vibes.
will last forever. This fool, Marcus Mucus, doesn't understand.
All right. Well, can I get back to what I was saying, if you don't mind?
He thinks that he don't understand what a royalty check is. Yeah, drop some more tea about your crackhead channel. Go ahead.
Okay. Like I was saying, so one of the biggest reasons why I decided to pull the trigger on the channel, is because especially my oldest, um, she was switching schools. Um, she was going from middle school to high school, and she just kind of had a little bit of a confidence issue, right? She had recently just gained a little bit of weight, and it was just from her just natural genes because her mom was kind of shaped the same way that she is when she was in ninth grade. That's when I met their mom, right? So, so long story short, I would tell them all the time, like, hey, you want to be popular in school, you want to have, all this stuff popping or whatever, you got to have your own stuff popping. It has to be, you got to have your own thing. You don't want to attach to nobody else's thing. You don't want to be finding yourself in some type of group and that type of stuff. Like, you want to have your own things going on. So whether that's sports, whether you're in different clubs, whatever it is. And but especially when you have unique things going on that you can talk about that have a story to them, right? And so having a YouTube channel with your dad that's a YouTuber is one of those things that they can have confidence in, that can add to their level of who they are, their level of self-esteem, their ability to be able to feel like they have something unique that they can bring to the table or they can talk about, right? And so that was a big reason as well. And so even since the time that we started the channel, both of them are already confident girls and everything else, but their confidence has only shot up. It's only shot up even more. And so that's been another blessing that has come from just doing this stuff. And me and my kids have always been super close. But it's just another thing that just brings us even closer. Right. So all of those things are the reasons why, and they outweigh the possibility of this or that or the third, because my kids are either with the mother of my kids or they're with me pretty much all the time. And if they're like here at the house or anything like that, this is a protected building. You can't just walk in here, nothing like that. Even the people who are the lease office and stuff, they can't just come in the apartment, if someone's in here and you lock it from the inside. So it's a secure enough place. Nothing, I don't feel like anything's going to happen. And if God tells me that something is okay to do because I sleep on things, I pray about things, I make sure that it's feeling good in my spirit before I pull the trigger. And if it feels good in my spirit, I don't have to question it no further. So that's the explanation for the channel.
Okay, so now I got to interject, right?
Mm-hmm.
This brown eye right here. Lord, you going at Miss Open? There's too much going on this live. Brown eye say, Miss Open, don't make me do a live on your poor ass. You're doing way too much.
Did you hear what Miss Open said?
But why you in the chat though, brown eye? That's the part
Did you
that's
see what she
killing
said
me.
in the comments? She's supposed to be cool with me, and she's up here saying,
Hey, manifest.
yes, and she's saying stuff like she's not cool with me. Like, I'm trying to understand.
And
I'm
your whole tone
I'm
changed.
like, what's going
You
on?
getting upset?
Like, what's going on?
Well, I think Brown Eye that they just want you to flow in the
Because
flow of the
I'm trying to
conversation.
understand why is certain, like, other people I understand.
Well, Open is one of my moderators, so she's definitely gonna be Team Marcus or whatever like that. You did interrupt me mid flow, and it was kind of rude, right? So maybe she's just that was where the energy came from. So no biggie. If you want to do anything on YouTube, you're gonna have to, like Vibes Queen said, learn to ignore, any negativity or anything that comes at you like that. And then you also got to know that just because you're cool with somebody doesn't mean that they can't have a dissenting opinion about you, right? That's the deal with with Copper or whatever, right? It's like, hey, she got a dissenting opinion, which she's always had dissenting opinions about me. I don't mind that. And so that doesn't mean that we have to be at each other forever or anything like that, right? We're cool. We're good. Did she ever give me my virtual hug? I didn't see it in the comments. Copper, did you give me my virtual hug?
Somebody is backstage. Hold on, y'all. Let's see who this is. I think it's Miss Open, but hey.
Yes, it's me. I don't have much time. I got to get. I'm getting my. I'm not on the camera because I'm getting ready to be on my live soon. But Brown Eye, I can say what I want to say when I want to say. If you feel like you want to do a live on me, go ahead, do your thing. You're buzzing the panel. All I said was get your ass off the goddamn panel. You're a buzzkill. Go on your panel and talk shit about me. Talk shit about Marcus and whoever else you want to talk shit about. Brown Eye, we're not interested. You've wasted enough time on the panel tonight. That's all I wanted to say. Vibes Queen, salute to you, sis. You know how we rock. Marcus, I love you. You know how we rock, and I love you too, Vibes. Brian, I find you something safe to do because I'm not safe. Good night.
Oh,
Drop me
damn.
down, vibes. I don't even know how to get down right now. Drop me off of here. I'll see
Stop
you.
being an ass kisser, open. For real.
Oh lordy, lordy, lordy. All right, all right.
Mr. Marcus, your channel is the best. Mr. Marcus, oh, I love all your channels.
You know, Brown Eye, you can't be like the number one troll and then like
Seriously.
fold up like a origami paper when anybody says anything negative to you. Like, come on, man. You got to be able to take it if you could dish it.
Wow.
I'm not tripping. I'm just tripping at the fact that Open said I was cool. Just like you were tripping with Copper.
It's
Copper
not the
said she
same
was
thing.
cool
It's
with
not the
you.
same
And when
thing.
a person
It's
says they're
not the
cool
same
with
thing
you
because
and
I'm
then
not
they
sitting here
flip on
bashing you.
you just out of nowhere, it is the same thing. It is the same thing.
All right.
She
Well, what
did.
they're
She said a
saying is
lot of
that you're
little
derailing
comments.
the
She said a lot of
conversation.
little things. Yeah. She said a lot of little things.
Okay.
Okay, well, this not just towards Brown Eye. This for everybody in the
The
castle.
conversation is about what, okay, first,
It's in our theme song. The castle is a safe space for everybody to say how they feel. Just be respectful about it. That's it. And you know how I feel about. I don't like disrespect. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect my mods. Just say how you feel respectfully. That's all. To everybody. And that wasn't to you, Brown Eye. That was to everybody. Okay? Everybody is free to say however they feel. They down there going in on Marcus. They voicing their opinion. It is what it is.
Yeah, Brown Eye, learn to deal with that stuff. Cause like I said, I think most people, most people see you like, okay, it's someone I don't have to take that serious. But it ain't like I don't like them, right? So you got a certain likability, man, but don't sour it by getting all butt hurt when someone tells you about yourself, right? Because you be the main person, everybody chatting, everybody channel, typing in all caps, talking a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with his audio, man. He be like taking a
all right,
minute to.
well, chat, I'm not tripping. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to let y'all finish our conversation.
Well, if you gonna cuss me out, go ahead and cuss me out now, Brown Eye. What you gonna say about me when you go live? I'm fair with everybody across the board. Like it is what it is. Like
VQ, we'll have nothing. Oh, I already got a question for you, VQ. I want to know if
what is it?
Kiki seen you in real life.
What about real
Uh
life?
oh.
What you said about real life? I
Has
can't hear
Kiki
you.
Prime seen you in real life? Look
No,
at
she
Marcus'
haven't.
face.
No, she haven't.
All right,
Why?
Brown
Okay.
Why would
Eye.
I? I don't
Okay.
trust her, so why would I
That's my
do
questions for
that?
the night. I'm done.
Everybody, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Brown Eye. I think we can have a good time over there on his panel too. Right? He gonna grow his channel. He's gonna get his audio squared away, and he's gonna talk a little bit faster so he don't sound slow. And he's gonna be rocking and rolling.
I even dropped your link, Brown Eye. I'm over here dropping your link,
That's
telling
that's
them
the
to
only
go
way that
check
I
you
found it.
out.
Is because Vibes Queen dropped the link, and that's how I went over there, seen your video. That's when I commented on the video and said, "Hey, I'm about to subscribe." And so I think I was the 91st person to subscribe.
Every time he go live, I share him out.
That's big facts.
Yeah. And you know I don't like everybody, Brown Eye, so that's a plus. Okay.
I'm still on. Okay. Thanks, Vibes Queen, for sharing me on, and good night.
Good night. I know I'm gonna hear it when he go live. Okay. Good night, Brown Eye.
All right,
Oh
now, Vibe
Lord.
Queen, don't be developing no crush on Brown Eye now.
No. Mm-mm.
Huh?
It ain't. No, it's not like that.
Huh?
I just.
I know how this stuff go. I know how this stuff go. I be seeing the signs early. I just don't be saying nothing. I'm just gonna
No,
say
no,
it
no.
this time.
Mm-mm.
Don't go
No.
developing no crush on Brown Eye now vibes. We don't want to
Yeah,
hear
it's
about
not
no
like that.
relationship with Brown Eye a couple weeks from now. I'm just saying.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that. I'm
Okay.
on my last chance with my husband. He ain't even trying to hear shit. Okay. No more chances with nobody.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Well, I had fun on the panel. Um,
Yeah.
do you guys have any more questions? Because I need to go ahead and get this video up. Because I know people are gonna want to hear it.
Okay, but no, that's how I am. When you start going live, I just always try to show everybody love, like from day one. That's all. Anybody up in here go live right now, I'm gonna share them out. It's automatic. Yeah.
It's all
Every,
love.
every,
It's all love.
yeah, everybody that supports me, I click on their name and I go see if they have a channel. And sometimes they go live, I'm the only person there. I'm just like that.
Copper wants to know if I'm high right now. Nope.
Mm,
Nope. I mean, I smoked way earlier, but I mean, I'm gonna smoke after I get done editing this video. But nope, I'm chilling right now. I wouldn't say I'm high. Just eating my little yellow melon and sitting here about to, like I say, edit this video.
yeah, but any final thoughts, Marcus? I know I got to get off here too.
Well,
Um,
yeah, no, just you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's all love. All right. I try to show love to everybody's chats and panels when I can. And I invite anybody that has dissenting opinions or anything like that to, just come up and actually have a conversation with me because nobody in person ever retains those feelings. Like if they come up to me and they're like, why do you ask this? Why do you ask that? It only takes a 5-minute conversation for people to be like, okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. So, you know, I'm always inviting to that type of energy because I want the public to hear whatever gripes people have and to be able to hear my responses because I'm a genuine person. I'm happy that I get to make money and all that stuff, but that's not what really drove me to this. And I think that's why I was able to be successful with it. I think that a lot of the people that followed me were just trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? And so their energy is a little bit different. With me, yeah, money is something that I think about and things like that, but it's not my North Star. It's not my North Star. And so I'm not out here exploiting people. I'm not disrespecting women or anything like that. Not anymore than the disrespect I just may give to everybody on accident. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person. And I tend to be sometimes tone deaf, right? Especially if I'm in the middle of a conversation and there's other things happening around me that y'all may not be able to see. And so I just kind of have to keep my head on the swivel and also be listening attentively. Sometimes I don't always do it right, but that does not amount to I'm a terrible person or I'm exploiting people or I'm disrespectful or anything like that. It's not none of that. So, you know, just give me some love, give me some a chance to be able to have a conversation with you. And if you still feel the same way, that's fine. But that's pretty much it.
I know Golden said, please share with us your phone call with Kiki. Inquiring minds want to know. We want to see.
I mean, okay, what do y'all want to know about it? Fine. What do y'all want to know about
I already know she was flirting with you, so I don't even have to ask.
it? Golden, what question do you have specifically? I'll answer specific questions. All right. So if anybody has any specific questions, this is the time now to ask. As far as that
Did,
whole
oh,
Kiki,
did she ask you if when you saw her picture last year, did you like them?
I believe she did ask me that. I believe she did ask me something of that nature. Um, you know, yes, she did. She did ask me something like that. I'll keep it there.
Yeah, I know. I know. If I know Kiki well enough, I know she asked it. Ooh, Marcus, you like what you saw?
Uh, Any other
Did,
questions?
did she show it to you on FaceTime? Oh, they want all the tea from beginning to end. Y'all messy, messy. He just smiling.
Well, I'm
But
just
I
looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat.
but I
Oh,
knew it because giving commentary was one thing, but that was obsessive. I'm talking about tagging you on the community tab every day, then tag you in the titles, and it's just too much. Every day, all day. And then chop when you hit the panel, she chopped the videos up, and it's like over and over and over. I'm like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I mean, it was a lot, and there were very few people that was calling it out. Um, and so, I mean, I just honestly felt, like I didn't have a lot of support back then. Even though I had a lot of support, I had people that would tell me offline or on the back end, like, "Hey, man, just keep doing what you're doing, this, that, and the third." But from the people that was quote unquote in the street sectors, like nobody was really calling that out. And I was like, y'all don't see this? Like, so y'all just gonna let her just bully me, basically. Cause I would look silly if I just, you know, like come after her or this, that, third. And then it's just the old rule of YouTube or content creation in general. You don't punch down. You just don't. You just look stupid when you do that. So there wasn't really much I could do short of having doing a cease and desist and all like that. And I just didn't feel like doing all that. So it was what it was. I survived. I suffered through it. But my God don't play about me. And that's my daddy.
Yeah.
That's my daddy. So, and I'm out here. I'm out here on a mission. So anybody that's out here trying to stop God's mission, hey, look, man, you take that up. Take that up with the man upstairs, man. You take that up with the man upstairs. But I promise you, this is a mission from God. Okay,
Oh, they
I've
got
seen much too much evidence of it. So,
they came out the bushes with these questions. Dang, y'all got a lot of questions. Did she compliment you on your dimples?
the oddly specific question. Who asked that? Let me see.
For Castle
Nico,
resident Nico.
Nico Cotton. So, no, not specifically, but I guess do I have nice dimples? I appreciate it if that's the case. Thank you, Nico. That's what I'm receiving that as a compliment. So,
Yep. How
um,
did the conversation about Costa Rica come up?
she brought it up. She brought it up. She probably said something about the ladies I've taken out of town or this or that or the third. And so I might have said something like, "Oh, you're gonna be next," or something like that. And then I may have named the destination and she was like, "No, Costa Rica, Costa Rica." And I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how the Costa Rica thing came up. She brought it up.
Oh, did she apologize?
Apologize. Yeah, she apologized. Come out for all the stuff from last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Image say, how long before the car went from PG to X-rated?
uh I mean, look, it didn't take that long because, like I say, she was already tipsy. I was, sipping. It was the end of the night. I think it was like past midnight or whatever. Um, I was about to take a shower. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. Okay. Um, I normally, half the time I answer phone calls, I don't know. Half the time I don't. So it's a 50-50 split on whether I might answer a phone call that I don't know the number. So, and especially after midnight, it's probably like even lower than that. So even the fact that I answered the phone was kind of like, okay, I'm just in a good mood. I'm chilling, whatever. Normally it's like a troll or somebody calling that's just gonna not say nothing and then hang up, right? So I just thought it was gonna be something like that. But no, it turned out to be Kiki Prime. And like I say, she was tipsy, I was tipsy. Um, I was about to take a shower. So I obviously, was, just sitting here kind of in my robe or whatever.
Did she
Um,
call? Did she call you Marcus Darling on the phone? Marcus Darling.
she did not. She did not, right? So she didn't do the Marcus Darling thing or anything like that. All right.
Did she mention Octavius while y'all was on the phone?
Ooh, y'all getting into some questions now.
Oh,
She
this
did.
is you mind to share what she asked? I mean, why she brought him up?
I'm answering specific questions only.
Yeah, well, I'm throwing that one in.
That's
What
not
she
a
said
specific
about
question.
Octavius?
You're saying to elaborate. That's not a
No, what?
specific
No,
question. So
I'm
if you have a
asking what?
question about what she asked about or what she said about Octavius and that, I'll answer specific questions. I'm not just gonna run down the thing or whatever, right?
No, I'm asking you what she said about him.
Well, you can ask me, did she say this about him or did she say that about him? That's a direct question. What you're asking me is an open-ended question.
Well, did she say that they broke up and she ready to get with you? She ready to see. She ready to get the Marcus experience.
She didn't say that exactly, but she did let me know that because I did ask, like, well, aren't you with the old dude or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And she basically let me know that they weren't together.
Oh gosh. Oh Lord, now VQ turned into the interviewer, interviewing the interviewer. Y'all got, oh my gosh, they got questions. Are you attracted to her?
I'll say this. I'll say this, right? I'm attracted to all type of women. All type of women, all type of body shapes. Um, and attraction for me is more of an energy than it is me just gawking over someone's physical body or physical features or whatever it is like that. So yeah, the physical features obviously help. Men are visual, of course, but my attraction at this age and stage of life mainly comes from the energy that I receive from the woman, right? So at the time, right? There was a nice flirty energy going on, and she had, apologized for all the stuff and everything else. And, I was, you know, pretty much taking a shower about at one point about to, and then took a shower, right? So, I mean, it was what it was.
Did she talk bad about him? That's what Charmaine asking.
She didn't talk good about him.
Somebody please go check on Octavius right now. Ooh, go check on him, child. Oh gosh. Oh, now I don't talk over my guess. I'm trying to see what else y'all. You say you got to come hit the link. You can't let this happen, bro. Y'all some instigators.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing for him to hit the link about like all this stuff. Listen, I didn't put this stuff out here. Just like with everybody and everything, I'm not a person that kisses and tells, okay? So people always, I guess, and she, just to keep it a buck, she said she wasn't gonna say nothing. Okay, she said she wasn't gonna say nothing. I didn't know if she was screen recording or whatever. But like I say, I was tipsy and I didn't give a fuck. So, I was doing me. And I'm Marcus, man. So I ain't for the weak, I'm gonna do me, like, and I'm bold about it. So hey man, listen, we had a conversation and things got a little flirty or whatever.
Let's
But
say,
you know,
sorry. Now I guess Platinum saying, did she ask you to open your robe since you were going to go take a shower?
well, I mean, I eventually took a shower, so
While
you
she
can't
was
wear
on
a
the
robe in the
phone?
shower, huh?
You took a shower while she was on the phone?
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute.
I mean,
Wait.
look, it's not like I was holding the phone on, like, oh, let me set the phone here and da 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 da. I had the phone in my hand, right? I didn't want to wait any longer. I didn't want to wait till we got off the phone, so I just started taking my shower.
Lordy, lordy. Oh, so they say, did she ask to see the diner? Well, they asking, did she ask to see your stuff?
I mean, I don't know. I think she did.
Oh gosh.
I
Somebody gonna
don't
go
know. I
around
don't know
yelling
if she
this.
asked to see it or I don't know. but I was in the shower. She may have seen it, right? Because the phone, at some point you're turning, you're doing this, you're doing that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh gosh. Marcus, I laughed so hard when you told her ex he need to man up and get a job. Where the questions at, y'all? I'm trying to see where the questions are. Will you meet up with her in person? Well, I guess if they, as you did say, yeah, right?
So let me say this. Let me say this, right? It's highly unlikely that me and Kiki will meet up in person. Okay. It was a fun phone call. I was happy to have her, apologize for all the stuff that went through last year and everything else. It's not like, we like had all these follow-up phone calls or anything like that afterwards. Um, you know, there were some compliments given about certain things or whatever, but it is what it is, and it didn't go no further than that. The truth is that, listen, I have someone that I'm dealing with on a certain level. And that's who my focus is when it comes to any romantic involvement or anything like that. So I know y'all like to have fun with this kind of stuff or whatever. And again, I didn't plan on y'all knowing any of this stuff because I would have just not said anything like how I always do with everybody. Right. So, I was not planning on the YouTube knowing or whatever. And the truth is, like I say, I have someone I'm dealing with that I really like. And that's the person I'm going to Jamaica with. So it ain't her, it's not Kiki. So, y'all can have fun with it or whatever.
So
But
so
it was
Golden
just
was
a phone
right.
call.
Golden was right. It was T. You said VQ, he already oh Lord, what did he say? They say Octavius already writing weird stuff on his wall over there. Oh Lord. Mm-mm-mm.
I
I'm
mean, I
looking
don't
for
know.
y'all.
I don't know. Look, I see. I don't like to get pulled into stuff like this. Is like, but at the same time, y'all my people. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I like to keep things a buck. That way, y'all could just ride along the journey with me. Ride
I
along the journey
wish
with me.
I wish Golden was up here. Cause listen, he said this is tough.
Joy said, "You're a whole grown man, yet you seem to have no self control." Joy, you don't know my life. You don't know my life. And guess what? It was trust me, poetic justice for me to be able to have that conversation with her after all the shit that I went through with her last year. Okay? So, you may see it as whatever. Trust me when I tell you, there's plenty. And I'm not saying this because I know y'all gonna say he's bragging or whatever. But there's plenty of women that I turn down or just don't really give the opportunity to. They even some of them come at me like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I want to smash or whatever. Or that's just the energy that I know that they're coming with, and I kind of know that that's what it is. And I turn a lot of that stuff down. One, because I just don't have time. You spend all your time having sex and doing that stuff, you're not gonna be able to work and be productive and make money. And that's the whole reason why I'm able to even attract all the women like I am, right? So again, stay focused on the things that got you there. But besides that, I exercise a lot of self-control. Even with someone like Kiki, yeah, it was fun. We had a good time or whatever. I mean, I don't, listen, people talk shit about me or whatever, but you know, I don't mind having a little show and tell if that's the energy that we on. Because ain't nobody worried about nothing over here, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, hey, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind having a little bit of fun, a little bit of spiciness. Okay, it's okay with me. So that's all that was. It wasn't nothing more than that. And everything's chill.
So I guess the burning question, they just want to hear a yes or a no. Did you see her private and did she see yours?
Well, which one do you want me to answer?
Both. Did she see your stuff? I'm trying to filter my words.
I mean, she made a comment about my stuff. So, yeah, she saw it.
What? Did you see her stuff? Well, I know her, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
actually, no. Actually, no. Like, y'all, I was drunk, right? So I was just like a little bit surprised to get the phone call. Again, I was sitting here in my robe. I think I was either finishing up a blunt or about to finish it up. And I was planning on taking a shower. Like I was already ready and everything. I had the shower, I had the water going and everything. So I didn't want the water to get cold or nothing like that. So after like a few minutes, I was like, hey, I'm about to get in the shower. And she didn't, she didn't get our phones. It was cool. We was talking and flirting and doing all that stuff. And she might have caught a glimpse or whatever, no biggie.
So somebody had a question. I don't know why they go into Sunny, but they said, do you miss her? I don't know.
That's a weird question out of nowhere. Well, would you miss someone that has lied on you and said that you raped them?
Hell no.
There you go. Of course not. Um, you know, and that's all I'll say about that. I'll just leave that there. I'll leave that there.
Yeah, you know.
Um, I hope that she gets whatever healing that she, is looking for. But yeah, that's definitely a lie. And the fact that she keeps on saying it, listen, if my star is headed to higher heights and everything else, then of course I'm gonna have to get a cease and desist and get everything legal and everything else. But I'll do it when God tells me that it's time to do that, right? But in the meanwhile, it's gonna follow my spirit and follow my gut. Wish her the best, but you know, I unequivocally, deny any type of, R word, grape, whatever you want to call it, any of that stuff. We had a fun night. It was a good time. She didn't like the outcome of when I started dealing with other women, and she came with this nonsense. And anybody that looked at the situation can see that. So I don't feel like because a lot of people were tuned in. So I don't feel like I have to go outside of my way to like defend myself in that particular situation because a bunch of people saw it play out and can understand that like that's just a bunch of bullshit. That's just her being upset because I'm dealing with other women. And, to some extent, again, not me bragging, but to some extent, there's probably some things that she's not going to get from other guys that she got from me. And so, once you realize that, that was maybe as good as it's going to get for a while. I'm not saying forever, but maybe for a while, if ever, it could be forever. Then, that may frustrate you sometimes. And so I don't know if that's where that energy comes from or whatever, but that's a dangerous energy. People get killed over allegations like that. And so, of course, that's nothing that I miss or whatever really want to be a part of again or anything like that. Okay, but anytime that y'all get me to comment on her, then now she's gonna be mad and stuff like that. It's like, nah, it is what it is. I hope she don't take it the wrong way, but if she does, oh well.
She stay talking about you anyway. And that's what's wrong with people on here. They could talk about you 20 days and then you say something for 30 seconds and then they're mad. So it is what it is. I have all
Yep.
the videos of Marcus did this, then I'm sorry, Marcus. Marcus didn't do this. Then there was another one the other day. Somebody was telling me they came on here and said we set up the whole thing to blackmail Marcus. So
Well, I mean, anybody could just look at the facts. When Platinum and Unapologetically Real came here last year in June, I think it was, you know, um Sonny begged them to call me or whatever and have me come over. And I didn't want to come over because she was going to be over there. But obviously, if someone did something like that was that horrific to you and everything else, you wouldn't have done any of these things. You like begging to see them. She wanted me to be on the reality show with her. She wanted all this stuff. And it's like, how can you even sit there and come out your tongue to say that I did that stuff to you, knowing that one, it's just not true. And then two, you've shown all type of evidence that that's just not the case. You look silly. So I just leave her to that. God bless her.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now they talking about now back to that phone conversation. Yeah, we don't want to talk about no Sunny. That's all news. We want to hear about little Miss Kiki over there. Not Miss Bougie. Oh, Marcus, you something. You a beast. Okay.
Bill Cosby asked, how did she even turn you on? Listen, Sunny is a cute and attractive woman. So you're not gonna sit here and take away from the fact that she's cute, she's attractive. Okay. She throws that wig on. She don't even have to do like a whole lot of makeup or whatever. And she's a cute girl, right? Like that's evidence. You can observe reality and just look at all the different guys that are in her chats and all that type of stuff. So obviously, I'm not the only person that feels that way. Now, we obviously all got to know her personality in real time. So y'all act like I got to know it before y'all did. Like, no, we all saw it unfold at the same time. She's a cute girl, so you're not gonna sit here and like try to like bash her to bash me. That's weak. Like you can give her props where she needs to get them. She's a cute girl. So even in her state of being an amputee and everything else, you look at her from, what I'm saying, the waist up, and you're just gonna think that this is just another pretty girl that's on YouTube. So, shout out to her. She's still cute. She's still a pretty girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm. But then when you look down below, you're like, oh, child. Like, you see how them swords, but listen,
Well, and the sores wasn't as bad like back then. So I don't know if they've gotten worse or whatever, but in January of 2024, they just wasn't that bad. She didn't have like, it wasn't like, oh, this is just completely gross to look at. Like, no, it was okay. Um, Listen, it is what it is, okay? That situation happened. Everybody saw it unfold the way that it did. I didn't go out trying to hurt her feelings or nothing like that. I really just wanted to just take her out on one date just to kind of make up for the quote unquote harsh questions that I had during my interview. And again, there was the soft girl energy and everything else that she was hitting me with. Y'all see how she can be a lover girl. Look how she has the love hate thing going on with Ken or whatever, right? But when she's loving, she's loving, right? So, anybody can be fooled by that. Anybody can be tricked by, someone that's just, being a soft girl and everything else. That's famously what I like. I don't like any type of masculine energy from women, right? So when I saw the soft girl stuff and everything else, that was like, okay, cool, I get that. But then when we were on the trip and the real side came out, that's when it was like, all right, well, I'm definitely not dealing with this when I get back. So it's not like I went out my way to hurt her or anything. It's just, mating and dating is a blood sport. Somebody's gonna get hurt. That's just what it is.
yeah. Um, why did you sleep with? I'm not trying to. Why y'all trying to make this about that girl? Like, I don't even want to talk about that girl. Marcus, every time I hear the word Sunny, mm-mm, that girl try to take my kids from me. It's forever fuck Sunny on this channel, okay? It is what it is.
Yep. Yep. So, it is what it is. I mean, like I say, listen, I'm a man, right? We go out, we have a good time. We're drinking, we're smoking, we're doing all that stuff. It is what it is. Y'all act like I'm not an attractive enough guy, right? Some people may not think so, like Joy, right? Joy doesn't think I'm attractive, but the good thing is that there's other women in the world besides Joy, and some of them find me attractive, right? And so, all those things are at play. All those things are at play. And again, I'm not ever out to try to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. It's just, that's how dating and mating works, right? That's how mating and dating works. So you can't like blame me for just, anybody that dates people and stuff like that. Somebody may get hurt, may get their feelings hurt. It's just a part of it.
And you know what's crazy? Because when you asked us in your chat, should you take her to St. Croix? I said no, no. You know those that no. I just felt it was a horrible idea. I don't know why, and we
Well,
didn't
I
even
didn't
know
ask should
her.
I take her to St. Croix in the chat. Ask her should I take her out on a date.
Yeah. You're right. I worded it
Ask her
wrong,
should I
but
take her
yeah.
on a date. And everybody's like yes. So if you said no, you were in the minority. But everybody
Mm-hmm.
was like, yeah, do it, let's do it. And it was what it was. So like you say, I don't want to make the whole thing about her because that always ends up being a whole shit show on the back end. But that's what that was. So, but any more questions about the Kiki stuff or any of that stuff?
I
Let me
know
know.
that's what I'm looking like. We want to hear about the tea. We don't want to talk about no Sunday. I said yes to a date. I said no.
Right. Right. So, but yeah. Yeah, no, listen, I'm happy to be at this point. Because like I say, the beginning of 2024 was just a shit show. I had a lot of stress, a lot of people that, you know, made content about me, even people that like wasn't even making content, started making content just because they saw a wave they could jump on. Y'all don't even see half those people in the quote unquote sector anymore, right? Whatever happened to that what was that dorky guy's name? That made the song or whatever. What was that guy's name?
Oh, Salsa
Dollar,
Penny.
Dollar, Dollar. Solid
Yeah,
Dollar. That
Salsa.
was his name. Right? Solid Dollar. Yeah, guys like him, guys like who's the guy that what's it called is dating now, right? He's a weirdo too, even though people, he be up in people chats or whatever. I think he's weird, you know what I'm saying? I think
Oh,
anybody that like jumped on that wave to like bash another black man and be on some gossip shit. Like if you was a woman doing it, hey, all right, that's cool. That's female energy. I get it. If you was a guy doing it, to me, you just like a bitch ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know who you talking about when you said the guy that be in people chat.
Well, I don't know if he be in people chat no more, but he used to. So he had made like a couple videos about me. His name I think is RJ or something like that, Dr. RJ or some shit like that,
Oh,
right? So, and I'm specifically pointing out guys, right, that like went out their way to be little bitches, and like be in the kitchen with the ladies gossiping instead of being in the living room with the fellas watching the game. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. So, that was kind of disappointing to see. And then it was, I believe both those guys are older than me, right? So it's kind of like, dang, that's not P, man. So, I had a lot of that stuff going on back then. And to kind of see everybody like either get vanquished or end up on my side, I ain't gonna lie, it feels good.
the
It
street
feels good.
sector. The street sector is not for everybody. Only the strongest survive out here. Okay, these people are cut from a different cloth.
Well, and the long and short of it is that if you just jump it on a wave, then that's just a wave and that's lame. And it's like, that's not what your content is about. Like the one dude got monetized based on the one song that he made. Well, he made a bunch of songs about me, but the one song that actually people had views and stuff like that, he got monetized based off of that. But he
Yeah,
didn't know enough
and
about YouTube to know that whatever you use to get monetized, you're gonna have to keep doing, or your channel's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube don't honor the switching. It doesn't let people switch up most of the time. So I already knew that all these people would fall off, but here we are. It's almost June 2025. I'm about to be 42 years old, and all of those folks are either gone or neutralized, and I feel great about it.
nothing don't last forever.
Nope. Put your head down and keep going, and let
Yeah, and
let them
that's why
let
I
them take
say
themselves out.
when it comes to me and you, I can relate. 2024 was a bad year for both of us. And if we wasn't strong, the internet could have broke both of us. Okay? It could have. But somehow we found a way to regroup, get ourselves together, and strive. And
Hmm?
you're the only person I could relate to as far as the whole internet on your neck, like every day, all day. I went through it too.
Yeah, I'll say this though: the difference, and I'm not trying to have a pissing contest with it about you because I respect what you went through. But the difference is that my money was involved, my livelihood was involved, my ability to feed my kids, pay my rent, live however it is that I live was all involved in that. So, yeah, it was gossip and it was fun for everybody that was doing it, but for me, it was anxiety inducing because again, it kind of threw a little bit of water on the fire that I had going, right? And when I would have new people that would subscribe to my channel, they would also be fed that nonsense because it was current enough in the algorithm, right? So, after a while, the algorithm is going to let it die down on its own, and you're not going to have to worry about it unless people search specifically for that video. But just people searching Marcus Atlanta Street interviews or just Atlanta Street interviews, a lot of those videos at the time would come up. And so it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people are really affecting my money, and they're just having fun and just talking shit or whatever. But this is actually affecting my money. Like, listen, that's why I had to create the B side. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. Like once I went through, it must have been either 2 or 3 months where I had went under my break even point because I have a lot of bills, I have a lot of things I have to pay for, and so I have a certain break even point. And so once I went under that for 2 months in a row, I didn't have a choice. I had to create the B side because I had to get another lane of income coming. And the crazy thing is, I created the B side, got it monetized in less than a month, and it was making money. It was making good money, like right out the gate. And then, like 2 weeks into it, they shut that channel down for some bullshit.
Oh
And
gosh.
so I had to wait 3 months before I was even able to get that channel back going. But by that time, I had got my main channel numbers back up, and I started getting paid from Facebook. That was the game changer. That was the game changers. When I started getting those Facebook checks, that was when everything was like, all right, I can breathe, I can ease off a little bit. Everything's gonna be all right. But yeah, that was pretty much like that was affecting my money. So yeah, we have the internet talk about us and stuff like that, but I literally had to figure out a way to like make more money, or I was gonna be in a bad position. And nobody really knew that. So that's the type of stuff is like, yeah, you ain't really gonna see me sweat, but I went through a lot last year. So that's why I say it feels great, honestly, to see all those people, you know, neutralized in one way or another.
Yeah, it was hard on both of us. I won't take away from your pain, but my pain was different. It was just different.
And I
When
get it. Your
somebody
pain involved
just,
romantic stuff and everything else. And so, and just, that whole betrayal part, which, I didn't really have to deal with that. I mean, I felt betrayed by Jana when she sent the email, but we patched that up like almost right away. So I didn't really feel that same feeling that you felt, but what I felt was pretty bad too, because again, I had to I had to in the moment while I'm still going through it, figure out, okay, well, this is affecting my money, but I can't come to the internet and be a crybaby about it. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to tighten it up. So two things happened. Three things. One, I created the B side. Two, the same guy that I told you about that owns a marketing company put me on like this really kind of cush position where I only had to work like an hour a day managing the people or whatever, and I got paid a little bit. So that also helped out. But then, like I say, I started getting those Facebook checks in May, and that was it. That was like, I'm good now. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but I went through at least 2 months where the sweat was visible on my forehead. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't see it, but it was there. So
yeah. Oh gosh. Well, I done apologized already. My damn phone going dead, y'all. I try to plug it in, but it's not charging.
mhm.
Oh.
Well, we're
Here I
going on
am
three
thinking,
hours, so it's all good. I mean, I guess if nobody else has any questions, because they diverted it to other stuff. So if nobody else has any questions, then I guess I appreciate you letting me up on the panel.
yeah, they
Look,
stopped
look at Joy.
asking.
Joy's still coming with it. Say, since you mentioned that you used Yana too, I'll let Golden take that up with you, Joy, because Golden can come and defend me about that. I don't think that even Yana would agree with you about that, Joy. So um, you know, that was whatever that situation was, but I don't think that Yana feels used at all. We both, benefited from whatever the situation was. And again, mating and dating is usually gonna 90 something percent of the time end in someone's feelings being hurt. So that's just not a Marcus thing. That's just how it works when you're dating and you're out here, you know what I'm saying, kind of dealing in romantic involvement with people, then someone's gonna get hurt. It's not my fault. All
I
right.
know. Oh gosh. Guys, we gotta get out of here. I know I told my husband, I said I'm going live for like a hot 15 minutes to tell them this break-in tea, and child, I ain't been back since. uh,
Hey, listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate you letting me up and allow me to converse with you in your chat.
I thank you for coming out. And yeah,
Absolutely.
she can't get mad at you about saying what happened because she brought it to the internet, just like she brought it with Octavius to the internet. She started all this mess.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm like I say, I don't like to kiss and tell and stuff like that. But once you bring it out to avoid any narratives or anybody coming up with rumors and stuff like that, I gotta just put it all out there just so that it doesn't come back and like, oh well, this was said about this or this said about that. Like, nah, I'm just gonna lay it out. Y'all know me. Y'all, judge me if you want, whatever. But I'm just
You
gonna be
say,
Marcus regardless. The good, bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So
I know y'all saying, okay, one question. Guys, we've been waiting on the questions forever. Y'all know I got kids, right? I got to get out of here.
and I never got to edit this video, so I don't know if y'all gonna get it tonight, but I'm gonna try to.
I know.
But okay, so manifest, what's your question? You say one question, and then Marcus, do you think they will get back together? It's a likelihood. It's a high likelihood. I ain't gonna say it's a high likelihood, but it's still plausible for sure. Right? Because again, I said this on both their panels. People are loyal to their options. And I know Kiki was saying she got this young dude, she got this, and she got that, and she got this, she got that. The
I understand.
people are loyal to the
Sorry.
option. So people, if you see people with a certain person, that was at the time the options that they had. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it comes to the ladies, for the most part, if a lady has a better option that's local, she's not going to be in a long distance relationship with someone that she isn't attracted to, or all these other things that they said about each other. It's like, I get it, but when you have that mad day, quote unquote, and you say all these things about each other, you're really just talking about yourself because you chose that person and you were with that person. That person represented you. So now that you're breaking them down, you're effectively breaking yourself down as well. And that's just, to me, that's not smart.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm not trying to kick y'all out of here, guys. You know I'm a mother first before YouTube. That's all it boils down to, okay? I got little people that like, mommy, where you at? I'm outside and I don't stream inside. I don't talk about YouTube. Shit.
okay. All right. Well, like I say, I definitely appreciate y'all. And listen, I everything that I said on their panels, I was completely genuine about. And so I hope that they don't take anything the wrong way or anything like that. I was being 100% genuine. I'm rooting for both of them. Both of them have things that they need to work on, as we all do. Nobody's perfect. So we all have things we need to work on, but their stuff played out in front of the whole internet. And, I mean, hopefully some of what I said can maybe get through at some point because I thought I had good advice for both of them. You there, VQ? Uh-oh. All right, y'all. Welcome to Vibes Queen channel. We be up in here popping off with all the tea. So let me tell y'all the tea. Y'all ready for the tea? Put a T in the chat if you're ready for the tea. Put a T in the chat right now if you're ready for the tea on Vibes Queen channel. All right, because I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. You ready? Okay, you ready? All right. Here's what happened. Her phone died. Her phone died. That's all. All right. What y'all thought? What y'all thought I was about to say? Okay. Y'all thought I was about to drop some more tea. Y'all got enough tea for the night. All right. Y'all got enough tea for the night. See, that's how you get messed up. Drinking too much tea. You got enough tea. Now you just being nosy. Take your butt to bed. Go get ready for sleep. You go get ready. Okay. For tomorrow. All right. You there, Bob's Queen?
Yeah, my phone powered off is dead.
I could tell. I could tell. That's what I just told the people. All right, but I
Mhm.
think I just ended it well for your chat. So I'm gonna be out. I'll let you end it. Salute to you, and I love everybody. By the way, I've only got 7 merch orders so far. If you love me, like you say you do, any of y'all, if you rock with Marcus, if your team Atlanta Street interviews, man, go to the website and buy some merch. Don't make me beg you to do it. Go to the website, go buy some merch. You know what I'm saying? I'm a be getting my merch. I'm not gonna be not buying my own merch. Okay, so I'm gonna be buying my merch too. But go to the website. I like the shirts, they're really cool. So if you love me, if you rock with me, and it shows me the names of the people that ordered. So don't be talking about you ordered if you did it. All right. So if you love me, when Friday gets here, whatever payday is for you, the first Friday, Wednesday, whatever payday is, go to AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Go buy you a t-shirt. We got 4 different designs. I like all of them. And, I love you for it. So I definitely appreciate it.
I said I was going to share the link and I totally forgot when I was on the live. I didn't remember. My bad.
No, it's all love. It's all love. Like, we're soft rolling it out right now, but I do want, I want to see my people show me some love. All right. So I want to see my people show me some love, man. So yeah, definitely do that. But like Golda said, it's time to wrap it up. I
Yeah,
appreciate
because
y'all.
the thing is, my son have state testing tomorrow. We have to go to the headquarters, so I have to try to get them in bed at a decent time.
No, I
So
get it.
I have to be a mother.
Listen, that
The
comes first and foremost.
homeschooling stuff. Yeah, we have to go to the headquarters to do state testing, and that's important. So,
Okay.
yeah, y'all know I don't want to leave y'all. 168 of y'all crazy. Y'all know I love tea, but I gotta be a mother, y'all, for real. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, vibes. Chat. Y'all be good. All right.
All right, Marcus.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No doubt.
All right, y'all. It was real. I enjoyed y'all. My bad. I know y'all gonna be like, girl, you should have stayed and get all the tea, but real life first, okay? But y'all showing up, Castle residents and Castle cousins, and I appreciate that. Y'all was coming with the questions, okay? Y'all know it's gonna be something said or whatever. VQ this, VQ that, as always. You see, I buy one. Do you have Marcus gone, y'all? Yeah. So see y'all later, guys. All right. Have a great evening. Take care. Hopefully it'll let me play my outro. But see y'all soon.
Step in the castle, ain't no clout needed. VQ got the T and the facts come receipted. Receipts on deck, so don't gas the lie. We break it down slow, don't blink, don't try. No pick-me moves, no internet threat. She checks the story first, then clears the rest. Just a castle where opinions breed. But you better come correct when you speak on V. She cool, but don't get it confused. She got patience, but don't misuse. You came for the vibes, now buckle up tight. The castle got range, truth, sass, and insight. Ooh, childlike, what you thought this was? A clickbait crew or a drama buzz? Nah, boo, we layered, grown and rare. Drop a crown in the chat if you really care. No kids over here in Castle Land, and every single queen got a voice to stand. You don't need permission to tell your truth, but just know we got files, no need for proof. She said it once, that was plenty to know. Platinum is still loving it over here, and yeah, I show. I be chilling in the chat, then I speak with a smile. We don't air no CCs without facts on file. See, feelings valid, that's Castle law. No silencing, no petty flaw. You can vent, you can cry, you can call it out. If you fake, we gon' call it without a doubt. We were going back and forth, but we settled the mess. Now we building like queens, clean and blessed. Ain't no clicks, just truth and grown. If you moving with lies, keep that shit at home. Go ahead, hit that notification bell. Like, comment, subscribe, it's free as well. This ain't no surface convo zone. We get deep, we drag, we stand alone. Membership, holding the heat on hush. That castle content hit with a quiet rush. You either in or out, no halfway space, but the doors stay open and you're always safe.
Welcome to the castle, everybody come and chat. There's no fun in the bushes. Ooh, child, like, okay. Yep, I sure do.